if we just
At
all have
least
sex on WoW?
turning up the spawns because no gun sucks. But nah, I feel you. It helps you learn the game at least. Okay.
Josh.
Well, in that
Yosh.
case,
Yeah, we just wanted Runner to get the classic experience of running around for 3 hours and then getting shot in the back of the head, like happened to me immediately before I joined this Discord.
Yeah.
Nice.
Would you guys like to
Yeah.
play some Dungeons and Dragons?
God, please, yes.
Dungeons and Dragons, let's fuck it up.
Oh my God, yes.
Yay!
I thought
Wait,
we were gonna
Jordan.
play,
Oh my God.
What?
I need you to send me the whatchamacallit, the Roll20 link, because it's like, you know what I'm
It
talking
should
about.
be at the very top of the Jordan's Campaigns channel.
No, I know. We've run into this problem before. Every time I click it, it just does not let me.
Oh,
So I
you got it.
don't have
Give me
permission or some weird shit like that.
1 second.
Whoa.
I'll see here.
Actually, we brought you here today, Jabari, to let you know
No.
that you're getting kicked.
Yeah, sorry,
No.
bud.
Sorry, buddy.
and we're
Yeah,
gonna
for
take
He's
some
like,
reason-
shit, I get to go play Project Zomboid? All right,
Oh
bye.
no!
Okay, bye.
we're gonna
I
take
don't
turns
fuck.
spitting you on
Yeah.
you on the way out.
Jabari, check
My
Discord.
DM.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, it does that shit every time I click that link for some reason. I put it in general.
See if the one I just sent you works.
It should.
Okie dokie.
Not authorized.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, that works.
Oh, it does. Yay! All right.
Yeah, that's how we had to do it last time too. So I don't know why. Oh,
And you
I
get
forgot.
Fatty narrator recap, please. Thank you.
Roll20 did a massive update. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, it's
I was
ass.
gonna get you in just a second.
Oh, is it bad?
I don't like it.
Fuck. Is it because is it actually suck or is it because it changed and you don't like change?
Good question. Good
It
question.
actually looks like it didn't update our character sheets, which is good because that's what I don't like about the new stuff.
Are we still level 7 or did we increase?
You
level
guys should be
8.
level 8.
We should be
Okay.
8. God, I hope so.
Shit, should we?
I hope so.
No, I'm level 8.
Yeah.
I'm not lowering my level. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
We'll just
Okay.
let these take forever. Let me get mine done.
Wait, what level are we?
So,
Hey,
Okay, yeah, that looks right.
so, if you will,
Whoa! How the fuck did that happen?
a long time for us, but
Mhm.
only a few weeks for them.
Viking
7
like 1,000?
intrepid.
What the fuck was
Wait.
that? Sorry.
sorry, that's so
You knew
funny,
what this
bro.
was. You knew what this was. I told you before we began.
Let
You.
him get through the recap and then we
Yeah.
can decide.
Yeah. That's true.
Wait, I want to hear the recap.
Yeah, but we all
That is
did. We all
exactly
did.
what I was just doing. Oh, a long time for us, but only a few weeks for them. 7 intrepid daring doers gathered in a bar, an underground
What is
fight
he?
club
I'm not
known as the
doing that.
Loaded Ray Gun, now taken over by Rio and Tora Hagane, two prospective pirates now friends and rivals to the Dreamcatchers. A mysterious biologically engineered creature that was in Rio and Tora's custody was abducted and experimented on by the then despotic figurehead of the district, Mr. Raymond Raygun Gun. The Dreamcatchers upheaved the maniacal inventor after he sold Aestus and Nisa's main forms of transportation to the outer rim moon of Meridian. They raided a mysterious factory on the outskirts of the district and destroyed a portal that Mr. Gunn was using to transport nearly defunct militant robots from somewhere across the solar system. After Mr. Gunn's defeat, he agreed with the Dreamcatchers to step down and allow for a democratic process to decide the district's new figurehead, so long as he remains the treasurer. Before they left the city to its devices, the Dreamcatchers got in touch with another potential threat to the balance of the city's politics. A prolific pirate, Sterling Cleavestone, Cassio's adoptive father. Sterling and his crew were swept in a series of challenge games by the Dreamcatchers and have thus far retained their honor. Weeks passed, and the Dreamcatchers were raring to expand their horizons to the Lodestar District. a crashed Star Destroyer repurposed into a gathering hub for the toughest vagrants and mercenaries on this side of the moon. Family reunions were had aplenty. Vincent was threatened by two of his siblings. Nisa was similarly threatened to be abducted by them. Aestus reunited with her sister temporarily, who happened to be in an alliance with Sam Hawthorne, leader of the district.
Oh.
And they all collectively entered a tournament that was held at the end of every year as goodwill between the districts. Winning it all, and even battling Sam Hawthorne, who challenged them just for the spectacle of it. Sam took a shining to them, and the two parties agreed to an alliance when the Lodestar district was attacked by a strange eldritch creature sent by the secret 5th district leader, Aladdin Sane. The fateful night before the attack, Irenicus and Nisa ran into Sane, who promised to seek the whole universe for themselves. A bit more time passed, and Nisa organized a meeting between the remainder of the district leaders to rally against Aladdin Sane. Sam was raring to go, but Imago District Leader Bug Buffett and Pinnacle District Leader Alili Tallfellow seemed not to care. In the interim, Ziggy mysteriously left the party of his own will after Cassio caught him acting strange. After warning her friend and main magical merchant Lumalor Emerson to ditch town for some time, Nisa and the Dreamcatchers prepared however they would to set out to their next goal of potentially unveiling Aladdin Sane's true motives and capabilities, somewhere on what only people know as the dark side of the moon. But that's not to say you've left yet. You are still in the homestead of where your adventure first began. The now more quieted down Pulse District. Once owned by a maniacal inventor, now by a couple of out of touch but getting there ex-bodyguards handling paperwork, keeping things together by some threads. The city is yours to do what you will before you set out upon whatever your next goals may be. Currently, 6 of you are in what you would know to be Heaven's Cradle, also known as a spelljammer that crashed through the ceiling of a temple to an old goddess of piracy and adventure, particularly the more selfish kind. This serves as the home to Cassio's adoptive father, Sterling Cleavestone, but for today at least, in his absence, served as your meeting grounds with all of the other leaders, Sam, Bugba, and Alili, who, as of just minutes ago, departed one by one. Some taking your warnings about Aladdin Sane and the potential flipping upside down, so to say, of the political climate on Twilight to heart, others seeming to disregard those words and not care so much. 2 of your party members are missing. You recall one of them to be Irenicus, who is currently tending to his own devices, reading a book in his room at a nearby hotel that you had booked for the week. The other being Ziggy Stardust, who, well, you're not quite sure where he is right now. But that I say, the floor is yours.
So we're all still kind of separated, kind of from the last time we interacted, with like a few of us at the old base and some other people around, or are we all together?
6 of you are together. The party, except for Ziggy and Irenicus, all just had a meeting with the other district leaders about the potential future climate, with only Sam really seeming to care or have any will to listen to what you had to say.
If I'm remembering, I'm reading a book because of the negative results of the mind meld.
Yes. Yes, and that will last for about another day.
Okay.
Good call, though.
Just obsessively reading. I couldn't remember what I was doing for a minute. I was like, why was I reading a book?
No, you're good. Yes, that is the only reason why you are missing from here. But as for the rest of you, you had a somewhat less than successful diplomatic meeting with only 3 people showing up, one of their accoutramenting bodyguards. 2 of the main district leaders not really wanting to eat anything you said, but Sam Hawthorne seeming to be willing to lend whatever kind of hand he has, sporadic and chaotic as it may be, in your efforts to, well, spin the politics of Twilight in the right direction in the future, particularly in your future efforts against the secret 5th figurehead, Aladdin Sane, who staged that attack on Sam's district a couple of sessions ago.
Would we recall if how against it was Boba and Eli? Were they just like, not our problem, not a big deal? Just kind of downplaying the
Yeah,
threat?
he seems to really not care. Bugaba said that the nature of his district kind of calls for constant management and, well, from what you've heard of the place at least, and from all the people that you've met from it who seem to exclusively be extremely prolific gamblers, quite a spicy economy to maintain, which is why his other half, his fellow co-leader, Manny, was not here today and was instead staying behind to lead and manage the district in Bugba's stead, even if it was just a day that he was gone. Ilili, similarly, as to all of her usual discussions with a lot of you, seems to be a little, what's the word? Pompous and bratty, to say. Not really caring too much, attempting to be quite nonchalant.
Okay. So do we want to go grab a bite to eat while we kind of talk about whether we want to pursue any true feelings of joining our cause, or at least prepping for our own solo mission with Sam? Because we're going to have a lot to talk about before we actually make a move, no? Don't want to do it on an empty stomach.
I'm not against grabbing a bite to eat.
Yeah, whatever.
Sure, I guess I'd. Yes.
Good. I want tacos. And anyone that will come to sit down and have a bite and talk about our next moves is heading towards the nearest taco joint.
Hell yeah.
You gotta give this place a really weird name, Jordan, please.
Yes, please.
So, I'm not really sure what kind of weird name you're asking for. However, there are a couple of options you have. One particularly highbrow and the other lowbrow, being 2 places that you've been before that you know to usually kind of have more like varied, maybe even like seasonal or limited time, just random, like let's try this out kind of menu items. Those being the revolving switchyard, where somewhere in the outer skirts of the district there is a defunct, no longer really in use, converging rail station that has a spinning switchyard with a train and several boxcars sitting in it that kind of very slowly spin, with the train doors kind of being open and the interior being repurposed into a restaurant with tables, everything kind of clearly affixed to the floor so as to not cause any accidental messes. But the
question.
other being, go ahead.
Which one has thinner napkins, Jordan?
Thinner napkins. That would unequivocally be the McDonald's that you guys kind of poured your hearts out to each other that one night, where you learned that one of you takes hot sauce and puts it in your lemon lime soda to drink it.
Hold on. First off, it's jalapeno juice. Don't get it twisted.
Okay.
Spicy.
This is
It's
correct.
spicy Sprite.
Thank you for reminding me. It's a 2-way street. But yes, McDonald's unequivocally has the thinner napkins for budget reasons. But they also do, they're the type of place to, they're a singular part of a bigger chain, kind of just out here in a lonely corner of the outer rim of the galaxy, trying to make some bank. So sometimes they'll just take some random darts and throw it at a board to see what kind of menu items they want to see people are into, which just happens to include the likes of, half-wrapped tortillas with dubious meats and an egregious amount of lettuce tucked inside.
Oh. I mean,
Not dubious meat.
I feel like as we're passing by the McDonald's to one of these places, do we see that they're selling tacos right now?
Yeah.
Oh, Ace is immediately gonna like turn her head and be like, guys, they're selling tacos there. I'm just saying. You can torture that poor cashier one last time.
But that doesn't seem like they didn't normally sell tacos. I mean,
well, once you have a taco, you've had a taco. So let's just see how authentic they are. It's worth a shot. It'll be worth it.
We can just go to one of the other places you were talking about.
Yes.
okay.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
We will
As you guys head in one by one, the place seems rather empty. There's like maybe a singular person at a table kind of just chowing down on a sandwich. You see there is a singular employee that just happens to be a familiar, lanky, underpaid teenage tiefling.
Yes.
The grind don't stop.
Their hat is like one thread of separation away from just falling off and no longer fitting on their head. And you guys walk in and they're like, "Welcome to Wix. Don't make a mess and we'll serve you."
It's so depressing.
Doing kind of does the fattest, most robotic 180 for a second goes, "Our new tacos."
Yeah, you're good at this. Yes, please.
How did he know?
That's a new thing on the item. Most people are coming for the new.
It's also a contractual obligation.
Oh yeah. That too. Yes, please.
What do you have besides tacos?
We have sandwiches, we have fried potatoes, we have more sandwiches, and we have that drink station over there. And you look to your left, and there's just an unholy singular nozzle connected to like an eldritch entity of like 12 just cardboard boxes with all kinds of different colored bags just halfway hanging out of them. Not even hiding it.
Bro didn't even like hide the way it's made.
The syrup bags, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
going to have the tacos.
Okay. He's just gonna take about like 15 seconds to just mash a button on the monitor a first time, a second time, kind of look up at how many of you guys there are a few more times, go, "Give me like 5 minutes and we're good."
Wait, what kind of meat's in your tacos? I'm just curious.
Whoa! We don't ask that. We
Taco
don't,
meat.
What do you mean we
Like
don't
every-
ask that?
we don't ask that.
Why not?
And he points at a sign on the wall that says, "Don't ask about our meats."
Oh.
It is there.
Canonically.
I guess that makes sense. Well, it's okay. Fuck it. Some jalapeno juice while you're back there.
He'll kind of like scratch his chin for a second, and like the kitchen's open, so you can kind of see what he's doing if you just stare nosily from an angle. So you'll see him like kind of grab a singular plastic bag full of like 8 or 9 tortillas in it and just dump out the whole thing. And he's gonna go over to the fridge, just grab a jalapeno, and he's just gonna take a little like plastic cup and just squeeze the shit out of it with his hand into there and like shake a couple of seeds off of his palm. and just get to work. You know, main thing, he tapes up, like Taco Bell beef, the way it looks kind of like chopped up wet cardboard.
Mm, yum.
Looks like that, and he spreads like maybe a spoonful of it on each tortilla, and then just takes like 5 pounds of lettuce and stuffs it all. You know, classic fast food taco.
Mm-hmm.
But
Delicioso.
nevertheless, about a promised and well estimated 5 minutes later, you guys have 2 trays of what you can assume to be edible fast food level tacos kind of carted out to you and just kind of laid out in front of you and go, you enjoy now, as they walk away.
Thank you. Now, as we dig in, should we talk about how quickly we want to act? Sounds like we didn't get everyone, huh, Nisa?
No.
Yeah.
And you can see that she's definitely scowling. She is pissed. We'll get him back in blood.
Ominous. So, clearly this Aladdin guy is a huge threat. And sadly enough, not everyone is subscribed to the idea that he is going to personally affect them in their ambitions and their homes. Do we want to just go kicking at the hornet's nest and hope that there's success on our end, or minorly still positive, a negative effect that affects them to where they're finally on board? Or do we want to keep pursuing them and make sure we're fully armed with all our resources beforehand?
I think we come back to them after we bash his head in.
Mm.
And then do the same to them. That's just me.
I got it. Okay, and then I guess the next thing is, do we know exactly, and this is more Parker than Vincent, but do we know exactly where he is to strike?
Nobody's really certain. The only hints that you've received are that for how off the radar they've been, Aladdin has quite a few agents that apparently have been interacting with multiple of the other districts to kind of like spread messages and send words for them and whatnot, as well as just kind of dubiously being referred to as being on the dark side of the moon, which you would know that the 4 districts that you know of, with quite a bit of no man's land and several like extremely deep canyons, chasms, and craters between them, are all kind of generally on the same hemisphere of the moon, which leaves an entire second half of it to your potential discovery. But similarly, as you're kind of bringing this up, Cassio, who is also at the table, and I am going to play now because I haven't heard from Najee all day, unless she just miraculously shows up, is going to go, yeah, and if I'm being honest, maybe it is worth it to just go ahead and take this up with them ourselves. After all, they do, as they kind of pick up and start immediately working on like half of a taco in one bite, they do seem to be interested to a degree in us personally, or at the very least Ziggy. I know it was, what, you? Points at Ozzy, and Ziggy and somebody else that got jumped by some of their, well, cronies. I was busy with other things, like your siblings. Cassio points at you, Vincent.
Yeah. No, you got a point. All right. Well, if we are going to, I guess we need a little bit more information, but also maybe more of a legitimate way to start searching. Because if it's just, I mean, I'd take the literal sense of Dark Side of the Moon on this rumor and just start looking in that direction. But will our helicopter be able to go far, fuel-wise? It doesn't sound like there's much outside of these main districts on this moon.
I would
We could-
say you would know Vincent, especially like due to your and like Misa's recent interactions with them. You would know that the helicopter that you currently have commandeered out of like killing all of the hegemon soldiers inside of it is powered by what you would know to be a sun shard, which is basically a crystal that is harvested from a star that recharges itself through exposure to light.
Okay, okay. Genuine Parker ignorance, because I thought it
No,
was
no,
like
again,
a battery and then still had a fuel.
5
source. But
months.
This
I
bad
will
boy.
not hold
Yeah.
anything
This does
against
both.
anyone.
Thank you, Jordan. You're the best. You're the best.
No, you're good.
All right. If that's the case, I mean, do we want to give our clock man a little bit more time on his book? Because I don't think he's going to leave that room, and I don't think we should leave without him. Maybe we go see Sam, see what resources or bodies he can give us, and then when our boy's ready, we head out. Unless anyone else has anything else they want to do or have a priority for.
I mean, and she says it's between taking like large bites of her taco, so I'm gonna shove a bunch of chips in my mouth. Replicate this perfectly.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Method acting.
I don't think we got anything else we need to do out here. These tacos are actually pretty damn good.
Honestly, they're not bad. Why do we pay so much for fine dining? This is good enough.
Because you have been fooled by what do I call them? The rich fucks.
Yes, the wealthy. Yes.
They make it in their tiny little plates are all fancy and delicious. And really, you just need some greasy, unknown meat shoved in a tortilla. And life is good.
Life is good, and he just stuffs the rest of it into his mouth.
Oh yeah.
For the record, Aces did absolutely make her demented ass drink.
Oh hell yeah. The jalapeno juice in lemon lime soda again.
Yes, absolutely.
Neat.
Spicy Sprite.
It wakes you up
Nice.
for sure.
Just built different.
Especially after that snooze fest known as a failed diplomatic session.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
Well, there
It
was
does
some
not taste
success to it.
real.
Mm,
I'm just throwing that out there. Just, I'm just saying.
but it is good.
If you say so, I'm gonna put my taco down and just push my tray towards him. You can have it if you want.
I can't afford to buy another one, so yes, please. And he just grabs it and starts stuffing it in his mouth.
Wait, hold on. Can I have the other one?
Oh.
You
And
can
he'll-
have mine. I'll just slide my extra like taco over to you.
Aces for a brief moment considers not taking it, but then smiles and snatches it and starts just happily gobbling it down.
Like a
We're
bird.
just tearing this shit up.
Yeah.
All right, Captain. What's your orders? We've talked enough. We have an idea. What do you say?
I'll wait for Rennicus and then head over that way.
I'm so busy.
What do you
All right.
2 days?
2 days. All right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna. What town specifically are we in? Pulse right now, or?
You are in Pulse,
Mhm.
yes.
Okay.
So if you wanted to take a couple of days of R&R to let Irenicus catch up on his book, you have options. You have people you know, places you could check on. Entirely up to you. And of course, that is to say, if you if you need any reminders, then please ask.
Honestly, let me look at my spells real quick.
Oh yeah, you could change out what spells you have prepared if you feel so inclined to get ready for whatever adventure you're about to take. You could always go check out where your helicopter is posted up, which I imagine to be the very same kind of shipyard / warehouse where most of the people on the outskirts tend to park, which is Rex and Vex's ship-shape shop. Now that it is back in business again, ever since Mr. Gunn was dethroned, because there was that period of time where it was put out of business, and Mr. Gunn seized all of the ships in there and sold them to other planets in the Outer Rim. But that, that's over now. That won't
That
happen.
bastard.
Dick move, by the way.
That bastard. Well, Vincent's good. He's just gonna attach himself to Nisa wherever she goes and just wait these 2 days out. He has nothing of importance to do, and yeah, he doesn't have any reasons to use this sending. So yeah, we're chilling.
Okay.
Can Ace just work on upgrading her sword?
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
I believe, if I recall correctly, you upgraded it once already at a workbench in the Guns Industrial Factorium, right?
I did, yes.
What is it at right now? Do you know if it's at like a +1 or a +2?
Let me pull it up and tell you.
Okay.
I figured if we're gonna have some downtime, I might as well do something cool with it. Why am I still level 6? What the fuck?
Nah, bro.
Shit,
Nah,
IDK,
bro.
man. IDK.
You gotta be leveled.
Damn it!
We
I
may
keep
have been
every
gone for a
fucking
while.
time. Oh,
I
that's
honestly
way.
thought we were lower level than that.
Y'all
Oh my god.
tripping.
Wait, what level are we supposed to be?
The
8.
players are level 8.
20.
Okay, let
No,
me check to make sure.
Because I
I'm
just got
level
my 4th
I
level spell.
cry, Liam,
So
you silly goose.
there's no way I'm forgetting what level we're at.
I
so
have no
excited.
idea.
Just let me out of this book.
I'm level 7.
Bro, please.
Oh wait, am I level 7 or am I level? Wait, no, am I
You
level?
might
this
be
book for, like,
Artificer
7
7
months.
Rogue 1, because I know you have a rogue level. Anybody who is multi-classed, make sure that you're not
Yeah.
like. Make sure that if your level is displayed as lower than 8, make sure it's because like whether or not.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
class.
No, I'm Rogue 2. 'Cause
Okay,
I took that
means
last
you're
time.
Artificer 6 Rogue 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, I at least put the shit on my sheet. I'll just put
Okay.
the number to 8.
I just need to level up. I don't recall multi-classing. I don't tend
Yeah,
to multi-class.
I think
to be
you are
honest.
only
I
fighter
love
if I remember correctly.
multi-classing.
Yeah, I'm not good at multi-classing.
Same with
It's a +1 though, I think right now from what I can tell.
Okay.
Does 57 health sound about right for everybody?
Well,
No.
you're a little guy in a
Oh,
What?
yeah,
class
you are a little
will
guy.
die, right? So I know I'm at 75 as a warlock bard.
What?
But also, what's your
Yeah.
constitution?
Shit.
3.
That's pretty high.
I'm at 34.
My con's 2.
That also checks out.
Did I not roll?
It's probably right.
What?
Probably.
Wait, 34
gonna
is
assume it's right.
insane for a level 8 wizard. I'm not.
I also think that
Yeah,
unless you're
plus
unless your
con.
rolls are you're rolling low. I mean that's also a thing.
I think so, but I don't remember. But I'm like, damn.
I mean, 8. What's your con?
0.
Forrest.
Nice.
Oh, okay, well, I was gonna say a raw. Remember this: a raw 8d6 caps out at 48. That is utter complete maximum for 8d6. So
Fair
a
enough.
34 sounds completely normal. Because there's no additional bonus from Constitution or Tough. Although I will say, obviously anyone else can, and I promise, Peaky Swear Ace, I'll get back to it in just 1 second.
There you go.
However, I will say, Raven, whatever you are doing in these 2 days, kind of about halfway in the interim, like on the afternoon of the first day, I'll say a familiar figure kind of runs up to you, carrying what seems to be a, like the very like Norman Reedus Death Stranding style. They have like this big series of parcels kind of strapped on top of each other on their back, clearly doing some kind of delivery work. This would be the teenage half-orc you know to be Orin Stonefist, the biological son of Sterling Cleavestone and the adopted member of the found family of Saisado's group of ex-bodyguards with Luna, Ragnarok, and Dern. As well as the person that you put in charge in your absence of the Lucky Cat weapons dispensary, as they kind of run up to you on the evening of day 1 and go, "Oh, hey, Miss Octavia, I was looking for you. figured that since it's been a while since you've, been here and you've been busy, I took my cut as per your math that you gave me, but the rest I figured would, go to you to deal with as you see fit. And Oren's going to take a little dossier with a couple of almost like pin-looking devices that you would know to be sticks that hold digital amounts of ciphers in them, as opposed to the usual kind of Nintendo Switch cartridge-looking chip that represents the physical currency, and hand them to you. And to that I will say, okay. Raven, you get 28 ciphers, 28 schmackaroons, 28 units of currency.
Nice.
Money!
Yeah, because of, business doing okay at the Lucky Cat and in your adventures.
Said I get 28.
Yes.
Okay.
With Oren saying that he already took his cut of the pay, that you laid the math out for him a while ago, but that the rest is in your hands to do as you see fit.
What was your cut?
I mean, I took 7,
I'm just making sure. I'm just curious. That's all. Good job. Good work.
Does an attempt at a salute, but doesn't really know what he's doing because he's not used to doing that kind of stuff. It's like, yes, absolutely. I will continue to do my first real job. Good and great.
Good. And great.
All right, nice. Thank you. I'm gonna turn in now. It's getting late.
Sure. You're dismissed. Thank you.
And he will just run off and give you a thumbs up on the way out. As for Astis,
Hey,
I will
really
say,
quick.
What's up?
With me trying to level up, for some reason, it's not doing anything to my HP.
I'll definitely
Uh,
just
That
do it
manually,
yourself.
right?
Do not
Yeah, you're
use
gonna have
that
to
fucking
manually-
dog shit.
yeah.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
part
should
of the
suck.
update is if it doesn't necessarily know that you're whatever your class is.
Okay, I was wondering because I was like, why is this not working? That's fine. Let me grab my real life dice.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, you can
it's
just
even fuckier on
manually
the actually
roll
updated
as your
character sheet.
Constitution modifier, and make sure to update your maximum HP accordingly.
What do you want me to? What did you say for me to roll? Sorry.
Oh no, I just said roll manually. Make sure to add your Constitution modifier to your hit die per level, and just
Ow,
update your maximum HP accordingly. Also re-roll
Okay.
once.
Okay.
Was that a 1 being re-rolled?
No, I hit my knee really hard on the bed.
Oh,
Womp.
Yeah.
re-roll that.
Yeah.
Reroll your knee.
Yeah, I'll
You
re-roll
gotta
for my
re-roll
knee. I'm
your
trying to where
knee.
the fuck I put my dice. I have Asus' dice over here, and I don't know where I
Aw.
fucking put them.
It do be like that.
They're gone
Where is
forever.
that?
Be
It just does
ended
that.
Yeah, I ate
sometimes.
them. I threw them out when I came over to play Magic with you. Oh wait, that never happened.
Oh my god, I still have all of my magic cards sealed and ready to be opened. I
Jordan,
still
I
have
was-
not opened them.
I was wondering while we're
Jordan.
waiting for this. Is there? So how can I invest into advertisement? I want to get like a commercial or something going.
I'd say,
I thought he was.
I mean,
asking to
it
come
does
out in
help
real
that
life.
you guys are kind of friends with the people in charge of a lot of the city's logistics. That would be your former allies, ex-bodyguards of Raymond Gunn, now the figureheads of. I actually have their official titles. I wrote it down somewhere.
The niggas who run the city.
Yeah, that is yes. Okay, so
England is
Uh,
my city, bitch.
Sai Sato, the Caesarian refugee who was the first ex-bodyguard of Raymond Gunn, is now the mayor of Pulse. Luna Lagomorph, who you would know to be the very ornately designed, kind of almost ceramic-looking android monk who was friends with Ziggy and Cassio, to be the Secretary of Public Health and Security. Ragnarok Savalin, who was the Goliath with a very an unapologetically and contrastingly light and gentle voice to his appearance, would be the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. Dern Hardy, the Artificer Earth Genasi, whose hair kind of looks like a mudslide, is the Secretary of Staff. And Mr. Gunn is the treasurer, as per the deal that he made with you guys when he stepped down. With the Department of Revenue agents being Rex Raider for vehicles, the guy in charge of Rex and Vex's Ship Shape Shop. Cornelius, who is, if you remember, the guy who did a hack-off with Arenicus from
what?
Sterling Cleavestone's crew to be...
Yeah, we hacked each other off, dude.
They whacked each other off.
Revenue
No!
agent.
Go to the whacking
then-
competition, sorry.
Department of Revenue Business is actually also Mr. Raymond Gunn,
W. Raymond
Feels
Gunn,
like a
honestly.
conflict of interest.
with Darren Hardy being Attorney General.
We should capture him and beat him to death and
Dude.
steal his laser gun.
We're not past that part yet? Haven't we done that once?
You did do explicitly that once, but if you do it a second time, I don't know, man. Like, world's your oyster.
I don't know, we're
Would
turning
be
a new
pretty
leaf at that point.
funny.
Our neutral, chaotic demeanor is definitely turning a little more evil at that point.
Is it though?
Yes.
What is evil in the grand
He
scheme of things?
did do a lot to you guys.
I'm kidding.
But that's all water under the bridge now, huh?
More
But
mental
nonetheless,
exhaustion
yes,
than anything.
you would know, Raven, if you wanted to reach out about advertising. The by far easiest option would probably just to be to hit up the town hall and ask any of those people, all of which you personally know and have reasons to help the Dreamcatchers, if anything, to maybe with a little bit of financial backing to aid you in that and get to work on it.
Okay, real. I'll hold off on that for now because that seems like it would take a little bit of time to get in touch.
I mean, you've got like
That's what we're here for. We got 2 days.
Yeah, we got like 2 days.
A day.
the party's taking a very short downtime, so you have.
Yeah, because someone's stuck in a room reading a book.
We're
I
not
don't
gonna
know.
mention who.
Not gonna name any names,
We don't
obviously.
want him to
It's
feel
not my
bad.
fault.
I just want to be
Like
better.
Ziggy's brain blast or whatever the fuck he did to me.
Truth nuke.
Okay, in that case then, so I want to definitely contact them about getting some advertisement going.
Okay,
But-
do you just hit up the town hall to go meet and ask them about it?
No, so this is okay. So is there like the equivalent of like a? I need a computer. I need access to something to create this first. Before I approach them with it.
Okay, I'll say. You have a holocom, which is basically like a holographic smart device, which you could do some kind of like pretty decent level, depending on your artistic skill, maybe like editing or photoshopping on, that you could bring up to them. You're not sure, like, in your adventures here, you haven't really come across a place that has a designated like computer or server room. Mostly people kind of just have like their own devices that they bring around. Nothing really strapped down anywhere.
Right.
No internet cafes?
No internet cafes, although there is internet somewhere here somehow, that being the infosphere that surrounds each celestial body.
Okay, so then in that case, I'm gonna find a relatively quiet place, prop my phone up, and film just a quick advertisement. I'm gonna pull out an assortment of weapons, kind of just be like very like revolver ocelot, like just spinning my guns
Oh yeah,
around.
like a little check. Are you kind of doing it like those people do with like the new makeup they buy, where they like put their hand behind it and they like show it to the camera, get a couple of angles?
A la that, except I'm, instead of holding my hand behind the guns and such, I'm just like spinning them, throwing them while looking directly at the camera. Come on down to the Lucky Cat. We have everything that you would need, all of your assortments for shooting, stabbing, maiming, killing. So I've recorded my ad, and then I want to quickly edit it, hype it up a little bit, add music, and then I'll go to the town hall.
Wait, what music are you adding in? I kind of have to know now.
This nigga getting on crap cut.
Yeah, on God, I'm getting on the equivalent of CapCut to just quickly edit this. It's definitely it's gonna be appropriate music for the sector that it's in, the Lucky Cat's in, but it'll be because
I was gonna
there's
say,
that
is it
club
very
right
like
there.
yeah, corporate elevator music, like those fucking like Google ads where it's like
Yes, exactly. Dun, 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 dun.
yeah, like some
Exactly.
fucking
So appropriate.
Anthony McLeod stock music type shit.
No,
Uh,
yeah, exactly. Very real. So yes, and then with that all put together, I'll go to the town hall finally.
Hell yeah. As you head to the town hall proper, the receptionist desk just goes, "What are you? Oh, by all means." Kind of like as if like recognizing who you are. Says, "Go wherever you need. They're not too busy today."
Good.
As you kind of take the elevator up and you walk into a room with a couple of familiar faces. You see, kind of at a desk to the side with several different kind of like pads displaying information and kind of pop-up holo screens, as well as a lot of paperwork. You see a Earth Genasi with kind of mudslide-looking hair, a goggle sitting over it, kind of like forehead in hand, currently like very deep in concentration over some work, as well as a familiar at the main front desk, an olive-skinned, very like thinly bearded, kind of gaunt elf man with a very wide-brimmed hat, who kind of just looks up and goes, "Ah, Miss Octavia, how can I help you today?"
So I here's the thing. Okay, I'm sending it to you now, and I'm gonna just transfer it over to him. This is an ad for the Lucky Cat, and I want to see if we can put this on every screen in the sector, like like once or twice a day.
I'm certain that we can. I believe the revenue department might mean it has to go through him, but I'm sure that he won't disagree.
Oh no, he
Kind of
it's
like
not in
staring
his
at the
best interest
holocom on his
to do
desk.
that.
It looks nice.
Hmm.
Quaint.
What do you mean quaint?
I mean, I can tell that you made make it look palatable.
Well, I mean, by all means, if you have some suggestions or a way to make it better, I'm all ears.
He kind of waves his hand and goes, "Oh no, no, if you recall, me being here in this chair is quite a fluke. I may be a figurehead, but I am definitely not meant for the flair and, well, what's the word? The display of such things. I will
That
let others handle that."
Okay, then that means you're also not meant for judgment. So let's put that on every screen in the sector 2 times a day. Yeah.
Right. Is there? I'm sure that given your standing with the Dreamcatchers, we can cover at least half of the cost, but that kind of energy is going to have a bit of a requirement. So, you said how long did you? A day? A
Oh, how long are we going to run the ad? Maybe for like, I don't know, like, well, I have to know how much it really costs to do it for like 1 month first.
Well, if you were trying to have it run on every screen in the sector, then even just for a day, that is going to be 50 ciphers, but I can cover half of that cost. We have a bit of a treasury in our back that, well, could probably go towards some, well, supporting a local business. That is worth it.
Okay.
But as
Okay.
for if you wanted to have these advertisements displayed at, say, kind of like scratches his chin, a more normal interval, then the cost would not be nearly as high.
Okay. Yeah, let's do maybe like at a more normal interval. I mean, 50 ciphers a day is a lot of, ciphers. That we will
Yes.
be running at a negative, really, unless we get like an influx of business that's just so much that like the money is just like falling out of the cabinets and we can't even hold, the amount of, you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, your brand has already been built to a small degree, but maybe with a bit more pickup, you can get to the point where you can start doing, oh, I don't know. Maybe you could turn it into a publicity stunt later down the line when you know you have some financial security to fall back on. That seems to be popular in places like this. Kind of like scratches his head. I don't know. I'm still getting used to this type of place.
Okay, okay. Well, then let's just give it a try. Let's run it at a more normal interval, and I will give you 50 ciphers, and you would figure it out. Yes.
Absolutely. 50 up front should mean that you definitely won't have to approach me about this for at least another month.
Perfect. That is exactly what I was hoping for. Okay, so let transferring now, and there you should have it.
All right, thank you. Be sure to run that number by the treasurer. But in the meantime, best of luck wherever you may go next.
Mm-hmm. Same to you. You're kind of like a you're like a fraud, but not like a fraud. You know what? That's like mean. I don't mean fraud, but you know what I mean. So like good luck, cause like you're kind of like faking it, but you're doing great, honey. Honestly, like so good. Anyway, okay, bye bye.
Hell yeah. They kind of don't even really know what to say back to that as you kind of just walk past, take the elevator back down, and head out of the municipal kind of state hall proper. Up to you wherever you go next. As for Astis, you said you wanted to get to work on your sword. So, one first things is you had the benefit of one, your sword was at a pretty very like standard and easy to kind of handle and change level when you first upgraded it. Not to mention you were kind of in a weapons factory with a lot of spare parts lying around.
Oh yeah.
You currently are no longer in such a position, and also the upgrades necessary to further improve your sword would be more complicated and costly. So
Okay.
you may have to find somewhere where you'll kind of be able to maybe like get some new parts for the chassis, maybe a few wires to kind of recircuit the crystal and increase the blade's power. Assuming that you're talking about your laser sword here.
Yeah, the legacy laser sword. Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, obviously, you know of a couple possible places. I mean, obviously, there is the Factorium itself, which half of it did blow up, but you know, there's another half of it somewhere out there that you are not sure if anybody's even using. But that is a couple of miles outside of town. More accurately, kind of like in proximity, you would know there's a couple of places the party has visited. You would know that one such place, Nisa hasn't really shared it with you exactly, but there's a place somewhere on the outskirts of town that Nisa has been constantly visiting to kind of spend time, and just so happens to be coming back with enhanced projects and magic items, as well as you would know you and quite a couple of your friends, particularly Ziggy, Arenikis, Cassio, and Oz, to be frequenting a couple of kind of back alley, kind of like very impromptu setup shop locations, kind of like hidden from the main streets, where people sell like magical materials, USBs, which you would know to stand for Universal Spell Bus, aka a spell scroll, poisons, you know, random other kind of bits and bobs for, you know, not your average ordinary street goer, which could possibly include things you need to upgrade high-grade weaponry. It's up to you, whatever of those three potential options you feel like picking.
I feel like back alleyways would be more fun.
Yeah.
I am absolutely on the same page as you.
Yeah, so she's gonna try and like frequent some like back alleyways, and while she doesn't have a lot of money, she figures she could probably go run small errands, like, you know, beating people up for money, things like that.
Hell yeah.
Like,
The small errand of beating up those who deserve it.
Yeah,
In that case,
exactly.
make me your choice of, depending on how you want to find these kinds of areas, because like I said, they're
Mhm.
very impromptu and moving. Make me your choice of either an investigation, a survival, or a persuasion check to kind of find your way to, wherever it may be a little hot right now for people kind of selling under the jacket goods, kind of like passed hand to hand in the shadows.
Okay. You said investigation, survival, and what else?
Or persuasion. Any one of the three.
Options.
Which I am not proficient in almost any of these.
Yeah, but your RNG is destined for greatness.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna go with persuasion.
Okie dokie. I figured
choice.
I laid out that option on purpose because I know that honestly this campaign has quite a few talkers in it.
Yeah.
Bunch of
We can talk
yappers.
Which
yeah,
I'm
we're a bunch
fine
of
with.
yappers.
I am so okay with that.
My
Yeah.
goal to annoy every NPC,
Hell yeah.
but I just
I
don't want to
make
talk to
very
anyone.
annoyable NPCs.
I got a 14.
Okay, as you kind of walk up to what seems to be you see a kobold kind of chilling on a corner. You kind of like, with your passive perception, catching them like clearly trying to look a little inconspicuous as they just walked from around a building and are kind of currently their backs leaned against it. Their kind of arms are crossed. They're looking demure and chill as they kind of glance around, seeing who's around.
Mhm.
You walk up and they're kind of wearing like a muscle shirt, and they have like the scales on their arm are kind of like inked and tatted in a way that kind of makes it look like shadow underneath the scales, like it accents them.
Mhm.
As you walk up and ask here and there, be like, hey, we're gonna find some, what's where people kind of hand in some high grade weapon materials, upgrades, yada yada. And he's like, oh, I gotcha. Just take down that block to the left, and then past the dumpster and the other dumpster.
Can I run an insight check to see if his information's trustworthy?
Yeah, why
Hello. What did I miss?
not? Pretty much just,
Advertisement.
yeah,
Nice.
business
Deals.
deals, networking.
And now we're getting
looking
blades
for markets
upgraded.
for weapon
Blade.
materials.
Blades.
He clearly seems like he's trying to kind of look inconspicuous, but you're not really sure. I mean, he looked that way before you even walked up to and approached him, so it's hard to tell if it's because of like what he's saying to you or some extraneous factor.
Yeah. Okay. I follow his directions.
Okay, you head down the block and you take a left. Between like this very narrow alley, you kind of have to like. Some of the buildings out here, some of which are clearly like newer than others because they're kind of just like very impromptu built huts for people to like have homes out of. Some are like a little too close to each other, so it's kind of annoying, and you have to like get to your side and like tuck your your stomach in and kind of squeeze between like a dumpster and a brick wall. But eventually
Yeah.
you like a surprisingly quiet turn of the corner reveals what looks to be about like maybe 12 or 13 people just kind of like in this long stretch, maybe like about a whole block of a back alley, where you see like an impromptu tent set up here, somebody kind of actively doing like backdoor tattoo jobs like about like 40 feet away from you. Just
Oh, that's
you
great.
see like what looks to be a half elf just has like her back, the back of her shirt lifted up to just let what seems to be an orc just kind of get to work on a little bit of inking duty. You see what looks to be a very like shaky looking man kind of offering little like, what do I say, sticks that are kind of like glowing and clearly seem to meant to be inserted into some kind of device to people who kind of just walk past. Maybe somebody will like give it a bit of a glance and then just walk on and ignore. But I'll say under one of these like very clearly fastly set up tarps, you see what looks to be a man just kind of sitting down on a quilt on the ground, and he just has a variety of miscellaneous kind of metal, wire, even like some hydraulic components. None like too terribly big, laid out before him. Just, and interestingly enough, his eyes are closed, but people seem to be paying him no mind as of now.
Oh yeah. I mean, clearly Aces has to approach him. And she's gonna kind of like look at him for a moment and wait for him to like notice her because he has his eyes closed. Does he like open his eyes at all?
Nope. He's just sitting there, kind of like hand resting on one knee, other leg just kind of stretched out over the quilt. Getting closer, you notice multiple of these components on the ground seem to be some for guns, others very, very much so older types and more outdated types of guns. You're used to the hot and new laser weapons and energy weapons of the past, couple of centuries. But interestingly enough, there seems to be something for everybody here, as well as what look to be quite a few melee weapon components. You see like a fusion emitter for what looks to be possibly like a large plasma cutter or even like a laser weapon. You don't really see any energy components here, but you see like wires and other components that connect to them and could possibly be used to replace a component.
Okay.
But he still said,
yeah, so a little bit of everything. She kind of like glances through him for a moment, kind of like mentally calculating if anything would fit for her laser sword, and then finally says, excuse me, sir, I know it looks like you're taking a rest here, but I was looking to inquire on some of your wares.
"Oh, my apologies. My disposition is quite deceitful. No." As you kind of like see this man, still eyes closed, his head kind of tilts up as if to look at you. He seems to be a quite very, very sun-kissed, olive-skinned elf with long black hair, almost like, how do I put it? The skin is quite dark. The hair is almost like kind of down to his shoulder blades, but done up in like the way that like there's a bun on the back, but the hair is still down. If that makes sense.
It does, like almost like a. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Thank you. Sometimes
got you.
I have a hard time describing things. Other times not so much. Also, make me a perception check if you would please.
Oh God. Okay. Perception.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
You notice that kind of like as if looking up to meet your gaze, his eyes are still closed as he just says, "Sorry, it can be quite deceitful. What can I help you with?"
Wait. Is he like just keeping them closed?
Yeah. His eyelids are shut, but he like I said, he looks up with his head as if looking at you.
Okay. That's fair. She kind of like looks through and then finally like pulls out her sword. So here's the thing. I'm trying to make this like way cooler and more likely to fuck people up. However, I'll be honest with you. I ain't got a lot of money. However, I'm an excellent fighter and I can do tasks for you.
Kind of scratches his chin. There's like maybe like a day's worth of hair grown out on it, not too much. A thin beard and a mustache, as he says, "What kind of help could an old man like me use?"
I guess it's kind of for you to decide. I don't know. Anybody owe you money or anything?
Not that I know of. Unless somebody ran by and stole some of my wares without me looking. But I don't believe that happened.
I have a
You
feeling even
said
though
you are trying to exchange goods for services, no?
Yeah, because I ain't got a lot of money. Oh shit! Actually, no. Hold the fuck up. I do have a lot. Hold on. I'm so sorry, Jordan.
No, she
I
doesn't.
do
I
have
like
a
to
lot
imagine
of
that
money.
was in character.
No, that was not. Actually, you know what? She kind of like pauses actually after she says it. I'm like, wait, hold on a second. She kind of like pulls up like her like little hollow to like look at how much. Like, you know what? I take that back. I seem to have more money than I thought. Although I'm hesitant to part with it, and I'd rather just fuck people up for you instead.
I'm afraid that, despite where I currently reside, you have found one of the last people who will make that kind of request for you. That is to
Mm.
say, I do not have anyone that I am currently demanding the death of. Or
That's a
even
damn
really
shame.
the maiming, or even really the inconvenience. Forgive me, what is your name?
Oh shit, that's right. Names are good. My name's Astus. What's
Oh no,
yours?
it is fine. You are a customer after all, and normally that is not a question that is asked when it comes to, well, back alley wares. My name is Kol Wahad. I am a Tiradoran. Or at least I was.
Was. What does that mean?
You said you wish to give me your time instead of your money, yes?
I mean, if that's an acceptable trade for you.
Maybe to a degree. I could at least give you a discount if you will sit for a minute. And let a man who has been on his feet for so long recently take a moment to spin a tale.
Oh, what? Shit, I'm always in the market for tails. And she kind of like gestures like to the spot next to him. Mind if I sit a spell with you?
He'll just nod, and he'll like make sure to clear a couple of what seem to be like nearby fusion emitters and wires and other hydraulics out of the way to give you room.
And she sits down and I'm so excited for the story. Yeah, she's ready.
I can't believe my players are like, oh my god, Jordan talking, yay!
Yeah.
It's nice. But nevertheless, kind of looking straight forward, because you're beside him, but he's still kind of looking dead ahead of him. Or I should say, quote unquote, looking, because his eyes are still closed. He'll just say, for many years from my birth, I grew up on a planet known as Tirador. All of my life, I have known it to be, well, a conflicted planet. Apparently, somewhere out there, closer and closer to the Mother Sun, there is a great galactic empire that wishes to unite all of us under one banner, but they clearly have the wrong idea about it.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
sort of conspiracy centuries ago led to a splinter faction being formed. A group of hegemonians who, well, defected and formed a resistance. But unfortunately, hegemon blood was still in their veins. Before my birth, long before, not too terribly long though, it was decided that their best course of action and place to set up was one of the few core worlds that was able to actually resist Hegemon's influence. A Duni pleasant planet known as Tirador, ruled by sand dragons and people able to tame them. My folk, of course. We were quite taken aback by the sudden excursion of people claiming to be our allies, but setting up military encampments and all kinds of facilities that disturbed the wildlife, the little flora and fauna there was. It's been a rocky relationship, but it has given us a form of, well, immunity so far. But some people will say that to be protected by others is not true freedom. There was approximately a year ago an issue, a breakout, an argument between several of our figureheads, elders, and people who are meant to be intermediaries between our folk and the people who call themselves the Tirador Coalition despite not coming from Tirador proper, and their figureheads. Thankfully, we avoided violence, although I do think a punch or a slap was exchanged. But nevertheless, several people were fired, evicted, told to relocate, and, well, I was one of them. I was ashamed for some time to not have the purpose I thought I did. It took much ruminating to come to grips with the fact that since birth I have been serving a people that is not even mine. A splinter faction of a greedy, well, hegemony. A name quite on the nose, if I say so myself. I'm sorry if none of that makes sense. But thank you for listening nevertheless.
I mean,
No.
I think it
Sorry,
makes perfect sense.
Thank you.
I am sorry you got taken from your home. That's really shitty, actually.
It is fine. I am out here now, and, well, I met somebody willing to listen to my tale. Somebody who I imagine possibly even has a similar fighting style.
She kind of like grins at that. Ah, I'm guessing you're a little more proficient with swords and guns like me. And she kind of like holds out her sword.
Most certainly. I mean, to each their own, but interestingly enough, I root myself, or at the very least, my career, in a form of spiritualism and, well, martial artistry that goes beyond, well, my family, my planet. It is something that is not rooted to any one location, to any one people. Although in my journeys I have heard from a couple of people that there are one or two common denominators, those being the Celestials. But again, I am getting ahead of myself. May I? He's going to kind of like put his hand out, palm upwards.
Oh, absolutely. And she like, even though this is something she usually does not let anyone else touch, she knows that this is not going to be an issue, and she hands the weapon over to him for inspection.
It is much newer than I am used to, but I must remember I am an exception, not the rule. Here,
Well,
in
it is
fairness, and he's going to,
new.
you're gonna kind of watch that he takes, kind of like a sweep of this big old cloak that he's been wearing, very like, black and matted, almost like a big old blanket or towel.
Yeah.
And he's gonna kind of sweep a hand underneath the cloak and just hand you what seems to be a, for kind of like the meager old hobo that this guy initially appeared as, he pulls out an extremely ornate hilt of what you can only imagine to be a laser sword that kind of has like, I should say, almost like floral, maybe more vine-like or plant-like engravings on it.
Ooh. May I? And she holds her palm out for it.
Most certainly. It is only in fairness, after all. You
Thank
will
you.
find that one to be a bit older than myself, even.
And she kind of like inspects it and like is like definitely like blown away by the intricate work on it and everything. She's like, damn, this is
The only
nice.
real hair on it is you can clearly tell that there's like a bit of, almost like when a metal is sanded kind of unevenly. You can see some parts where it's like a little grainy, and other parts where it's kind of like it's still polished and smooth, but kind of like there's a divot as if it has had more like of that sanding applied to it than in other places. But it seems relatively well balanced still. Uh, and interestingly enough, you're used to this, and it's nothing new to you. It's kind of warm to the touch, even in this dormant state.
Oh, yeah. She kind of like holds it and like for a few moments is like just taking it in, and then kind of again like smiles and looks over at the older man. Damn, this is way older than mine, and mine's a family heirloom itself. Where'd you
It's
even get this?
um, that one was also a family heirloom, but not mine. But it was handed to me as a gift to carry on something of sorts. But you say yours is also a family heirloom. I will
It
not
is.
ask you for the details. You can speak of those on your own terms.
Well, I mean, there ain't too much to it, at least what I was told by it. But I guess some great 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 grandfather, I don't know. My sister would probably beat me up for not knowing the full story, considering I'm the one who has it. But they used to use it in some old, really important war. I don't know, but it got broken. And so I've kind of just been trying to fix it back up. So it ain't as good as it used to be, but I want to make it better.
I see. Hmm. Maybe one day it will return. But tell me, regardless of your immersion in history, have you heard of the Song
The
of
High Elf?
Blades? Have you heard of the High now? Have you heard
Sorry.
of the Song of Blades?
I I haven't. What is that?
Well, a popular story back from the beginning of time is apparently there was some great war that happened where so many weapons of light were all wielded in harmony with one another, and it created a song. The survivors and descendants of the war created a form of martial art known as blade singing. Eventually, over the course of history, it became, well, ubiquitous. To some, it is considered a dying art because, well, I'm sure there aren't that many people who know it 2,000 years later. But those who do are not limited to any one corner of the universe, to any one culture, to any one subscription of life. In a way, it feels like the death of an art, but also a new life, does it not? To wield such a form, such a power, indiscriminately. To know that no matter how different those very few who still retain it to this day across the universe are, there is still something that connects them. Of course, this is not to say that all wielders of laser swords are blade singers. But a square is always a rectangle.
Hmm. I'm guessing. Do you know this art?
Yes, I do.
Crying.
I
Yes.
was taught for some time not to raise too many questions, but there was a chapter of my life that I spent in the Feywild, in the summer courts.
Well,
Damn.
That
I
is
mean,
actually where I got this sword from. Apparently, there are elves there who descend from a celestial realm where they say that many blade singers remain. After all, the celestial realm is that of the dead, so it makes sense.
well, I almost want to ask now how you got there and how you then got out.
I mean, it really depends on who you ask. To some, they'll say that planar travel is, well, a meager task to them. The universe is quite big, and when you're on your feet all the time, you'll meet people who will say such things. But to your average Joseph, they will say that planar travel? What do you mean? Like in the thing that flies? Sorry.
Old ass.
Well, I mean, I'm no stranger to planar travel, in a way. I maybe this is a little rude to ask, but can you actually see?
I could once, but I've trained myself to rely on other senses.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, then do you know what I am? And she kind of like feels kind of weird asking that. Like clearly she hesitates with it.
Despite his eyes being closed, his eyebrows and whole face really kind of contort into a clearly confused expression. What you are? I know who you are.
Well, I guess that's kind of almost the same thing.
You said you
I'm-
are Aestus.
I am. But
As for
my
what, I'm not sure. Perhaps a wielder of a laser sword? A
she like
purveyor of back alley weapons and goods?
she like full out starts laughing hysterically at this.
You get a couple of
And-
weird glances from passersby who are like stuffing a vial of something into their jacket, or maybe like sheathing or holstering a newly acquired laser pistol.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And she finally quiet. She's like, I'm not laughing at you. I love that. It was just so simple. I don't know. You're not wrong, I guess. It doesn't really matter what I am. I am curious though. Can you maybe teach me some things?
I can most certainly attempt. I've never quite been the teacher type, but I have been told that I am apparently a philosopher of sorts. So maybe I could give you a lesson in mindset? I'm not quite sure. In fact, that's where my name comes from. In the language of my ancestors, Kul Wahad means I am profoundly stirred. So who knows? Maybe I just fell into making these kinds of long-winded, deep rants because of, well, some outlying factor that set me up for it.
Well, I'm pleased that you are like this then. How about this? I buy whatever you say I need for the sword. No discount needed. Because if anything, you've helped me more at this point. And instead, maybe you also just teach me some extra things as a bonus with whatever I buy.
Depending on however much time you have, I can most certainly attempt.
Well, I got about 2 days.
We can make something work, I'm sure.
Perfect. I appreciate it. And she kind of holds her hand out for him to shake.
He'll shake it.
Real nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Real what?
You heard it. Correct.
What he said!
Yeah.
Nevertheless,
You know damn well you ain't gonna trick us today. We ain't gonna say it.
Can I say I'm the real nigga?
can I say, I am the old
Yeah.
Aestus. If
Yes.
you have, let's say, 1,250 ciphers.
Well, I have 1,227.
God damn.
Gold? Damn. Ciphers. Ciphers.
Rich.
Ciphers.
Oh yeah,
no
Ciphers.
swiping.
you were like
Cipher, no
taking
swiping.
cities. Goddamn, like he was like paying big money debt to you, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because I was literally financially taking advantage of City's character.
As
like
you
just
should.
You
fucking
were.
him up every
And
chance.
the funniest part is you didn't even actually pay it. You, by proxy, had Rio pay it, and now you owe Rio a favor that he has not cashed in yet.
Which I mean, I'll take. I mean, listen, but here, City's character doesn't know that. He still owes me a bunch of money.
Oh no,
That's the
yeah,
best
that's
part.
the whole point. Yeah,
That
no,
crackhead
Ziggy is-
ain't never gonna escape me.
Wow.
It's like fucking Nami from One Piece, where you just tack on like an extremely unrealistic amount of interest onto the fees over time. Anyway, so you said you have 1,227.
I have 1,227.
Cool Wahad will take that, and in return, he will straight up help you assemble and kind of replace the component parts and internals of the sword and kind of work on it together with you over the next couple of days.
I'm willing to be broke for that. I'm changing it to 0 gold right now, Jordan. I am
Oh,
broke
hell yeah.
again.
God damn.
There's no hesitation or back and forth on this. Take my money.
You got it. You'll get more later, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, once we get City back, absolutely. I'm gonna be like, "Where's my money at, bitch?"
The shakedown
You
is
know what?
real.
Hell yeah, man.
Poor Ziggy. He never stood a chance.
Never stood
No.
a chance.
No.
He does have
Excellent.
more terrifying Eldritch things to worry about than mortal currency.
Well, he does need that
It's a
moral currency
win-win.
for his drugs. So there is that.
True,
do
true,
that.
true.
I will say, over the course of 2 days, even between the two of you, it takes pretty much the entire time to
Mhm.
actually kind of properly upgrade this to what I will allow you to now write down as +2.
Hey, let's go! Big
Hey,
dick
Uh,
swinger.
Let's change that right quick.
Yeah, you got
Hey,
it. +2 instead of +1 on all proper attack and damage rolls.
Too much.
That's cool.
yes.
Our frontliner's getting stronger. Yay!
Stronger and stronger.
We need it.
Yeah.
It's season 3, baby. We gotta have that strength. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
The season 3, we get real heavy with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Also, I'd like to point out, just for like flavor, whenever Aces comes back and like leaves and comes back, she like brings him like just food and drinks and stuff for them to also
Oh,
have
yeah.
like a little meal,
He'll
like every
thankfully
time.
take
I got
Yeah.
the
But as he will thankfully take that and kind of like eat it between like quick breaks of you guys working on this, replacing the core components. At some point, kind of during the first day, as you guys are working on it, and you kind of initially dismantle the weapon and get ready to replace a couple of the parts that connect to the arcane battery, he'll kind of look inside for a second, and he'll pull out what you would know to be a quite slender, sleek orange crystal that sits inside of the blade that he kind of just inspects for a moment. It's quite warm to the touch as he goes, this one is better taken care of than most. But finely carved, of course, so I'm sure it's had to stay in good shape.
Yeah, I mean, even though it kind of got broken, wasn't well used, my daddy did try to polish it and make it look nice, but he just kept it above the damn fireplace the whole time. The fuck's the point of that? A weapon's meant to be used.
Well, it was being used just for something else. How
Yeah.
many other laser swords have you come into contact with, or really had the chance to inspect and look at?
Well, I guess. And she kind of like pauses and like really seems to be thinking about it. I guess yours is actually really the only one I've held and like been able to look at for a little bit of time. Most people don't really have them, or if they do, they have them on their fucking mantle as decoration. She seems visibly irritated by this.
You know, apparently there are people out there who, well, there are different kinds of magical crystals that power their blades. they produce different effects. It's kind of interesting that the fact that multiple kinds of crystals can be repurposed into the same exact weapon, even if it is a bit different.
True.
Wait, so I could change the crystal out in this one for something else? Not that I want to. I like this one. It
I mean,
slices the things
maybe.
like butter.
I guess I was just speaking off of the top of my head about how strange it is that, despite the vast amounts of strange, esoteric objects, materials, things there are in the universe, there's more than one that can and has been turned into a sword. I guess people just like swords.
I mean, they're way better than guns. I mean, the weight of them, the way they slice through things. Also, I feel like you're less likely to survive if someone cuts you in half with a sword than just blowing a hole through you. At least in my experience.
You're in the back of your head. You know what's cooler than guns and swords? Knowledge!
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
Chronomancy!
Every time.
That one's also quite rare, but he'll say, yes. Sorry, I just was getting familiar with it since we're going to be working around it a lot. Kind of like gently places the like faintly glowing crystal back into the little pocket in the interior of the sword where it was, and kind of begins like taking tweezers and pliers and taking a couple of like wires out around it that were kind of like snaked around it, anchored, attached to like ends and edges at it.
She kind of like just watches, and like, but it's not like I don't trust you watch. It's just like trying to
But
keep
also,
track
like,
of it, to, like
you-
learn.
I will say over the course of these 2 days, you have definitely like been also doing work. Like you guys have been sharing it and kind of like taking turns, and some like one of you like like almost like surgically like you'd be like, hand me this, hand me that. The only reason it's been able to be done in 2 days is really because both of you
Hand me
worked
your
so
money.
hard collectively on it. But kind of like at the end of the second day, as it's kind of quite dark outside, he wipes a bit of sweat off of his brow and forehead and goes, "Well, you did say you had 2 days, which got taken up almost entirely by this. So I apologize, but in the future at least, should you ever come around again, I will say, as the final part of our deal, free lessons, whenever you find the time."
I mean, whenever I find time, as long as I find you here, I'll take you up on that.
Of course.
Thank you.
And thank you too. And he'll just get up and hand you your properly reworked, still mostly visually the same, but you can tell like a couple of outer component parts and like parts of the chassis have been redone and some like polished, others completely changed. But it's, it's still you. It's still the sword.
Oh, I gotta update it. Hold on a second.
Yeah, you're
Beep,
good.
bop, boop, bop, boop. Oh yeah.
Beep boop bop beep bop.
But as for the rest of you, was there anything that any of you guys wanted to do with the remainder of your downtime?
Yeah, there's tons I want to
Raven.
do, but what I'm gonna do is read a book.
Yeah. Well, you can read the book. That's what you want to do. Raven got her affairs in order. Ace's got her affairs in order. Vincent, you said you're hanging out with Nisa. What about you, Nisa?
I'm in my hotel room, hammering away
Just
on my.
Chilling, maxing, relaxing.
I got a question, Jordan.
Continue to hammer on
of
and
course. What's
improve
up?
my watch, my stopwatch.
Was it ever discussed if there was any kind of like street drug or anything like that? Like,
A few. What in particular are you looking for?
Drugs.
I mean, City took
Uh,
1,000 different kinds, so
Yeah, I was gonna
Everyone
say
knows he
Vicky is our
Real.
resident drug crackhead.
yeah.
no, definitely not. No, not that level. So like whatever the equivalent of like weed, you smoke this and get high.
Like-
the equivalent of what?
Crack.
Like weed or
Weed.
crack?
Weed. No,
Oh,
not
weed?
crack.
Yeah.
no,
Okay,
not weed. Crack.
weed. Okay,
Weed
okay,
will
okay.
get you
okay.
high.
Or crack.
Yeah, give me some fentanyl, please.
Yeah, I was at fentanyl and scream.
Directly to the vein.
All right.
Poly
Let me
Percocet.
let me pull up my
Oh
drug chart
wow.
to run these.
Percocet.
Let me consult the drug chart.
That
Yeah.
dyslexia really kicked in there.
The one
huh?
that I actually
Yeah, it
have.
did.
Need to go
You really
find
have a
it.
drug chart, Jordan?
Yeah.
Of course.
That
It's
is
the future.
beautiful. I love that.
Bold of you to assume he would not have a drug chart.
You know what?
My DM
You're
stay
right.
prepared for the
Not
chaos.
my DM.
He's got spreadsheets for all of it.
Yes, sir.
I have an idea for this specifically, so I hope there is something.
You said you're just like looking for some indica or what?
No, just I mean it doesn't matter. Anything smokable that will get you high is what I'm looking for.
But like won't make you an addict / willing to trade your entire family for it.
Like, give him some
No,
opium,
no,
you
no.
know? Something to
I don't-
smoke.
Side effects be
Like a nice
damned.
cigar.
Just needs to
God,
be
I
smokable.
love opiates.
Truth nuke. All right, give me just 1 second. I found them.
I want to feel like a classical, like, concubine smoking opium. And like
The more illegal it is, the
That's
better.
racially charged.
Good.
That's what I want to feel like.
Feel racially
Fancy.
charged.
If it's like super illegal, that makes it better.
Hell yeah, man.
Weed and Tennessee.
I'll say.
I summon Myrtle.
Oh! Sorry, that scared me.
Virginia.
Damn, these are expensive. I will say the most like base level thing that you kind of see being dealt around here. Actually, make me also your choice of either an investigation, survival, or persuasion check.
Okay, I will do that in just a moment. I am in the bathroom.
Good.
Jordan on DMD, by the way.
You got it.
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
just trying to make
workshop
sure,
working.
making sure Nisa is hydrated while she's in the workshop. She tends to forget.
I'm literally what's her name from Monster Hunter?
Blonde, big booms. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Gemma.
Gemma, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
in
that
that
name.
oh my god,
motherfucker
I'm a
like
fraud. Yeah.
I'm in that
Almost the
motherfucker like
authorization
Gemma,
lady.
just shirt off, overalls, sweat dripping, hammering away.
True. Just waking everybody else up in the tiny ass motel Holiday Inn.
And
Okay, I'm back.
Vincent
Actually,
would
sorry, give me
notice
like
this is
2
the
seconds.
quietest I've been.
Forrest, can I drag you into e-kissing chat for like 1 second?
Yeah, of course.
Mm.
Okay, cool. Sorry guys, I would like.
No, I was in.
Hello.
Okay, so it's been a while. So Time's Up is the stopwatch that allows you to incorporate the spells from Ari's like old ancient ass spell book into your repertoire, right?
Yes.
If I recall correctly, I gave you the cantrips.
Yes. And was it just the cantrips? Okay.
It was just the cantrips, but if you spend these 2 days kind of working on it, I'll say per day, you can add a first level spell from the spell book, which I believe I already gave you all those spells that are in the spell book, if I remember correctly, or do I need to do?
I think I have them all in my sheet.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't have them all learned though.
Okay, yeah. In that case,
So I will I'll just learn 2 of them.
yeah, one per day,
Yeah.
and they'll be able to be prepared.
Okay. Better Rooney.
Yurt.
Ability, but okay.
I mean, it's in a pot and it looks raggedy probably, but I don't care.
Okie dokie. Sorry about that, fellas.
I'm getting a picture and no one else. I deserve this.
Yeah, I deserve this.
Okay.
I will say, Raven. The most Wait, actually, where's your roll? My fault. Before I get ahead of myself.
Yeah, what were the options?
Either
Investigation.
persuasion, investigation, or survival. Any one of those three.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll go with this.
Hell yeah. Kind of like walking around. I'll say on day 1, you manage to find what looks to be a kobold wearing a muscle shirt who has like a freshly tatted arm where the scales kind of like seem to be accentuated by the tattoo lines, almost like think like the Borderlands art style.
Okay.
But he just is kind of like very clearly looking conspicuous on the end of a street, kind of back leaning against a building. As you walk up and go, like, how do you ask her? You're just like, hey, where can I find some drugs around here?
Oh shit.
I asked him that.
I mean, is that like how do you phrase it? That was just
Oh,
me like putting out a funny hypothetical.
well, no. I mean, I assumed that I might possibly know who does that, but if I don't, and I'm just kind of noticing that guy, yeah, I definitely would approach him and do the very obvious, yeah. Hey, do you know where to find? And do I know what it's called?
I'll say, I mean, are you looking for anything specific? You said you're looking for something like for a little bit of hyperactivity question mark?
No, I'm looking
Are
for
you
something. So there's 3 characteristics I'm looking for: illegal, smokable, and it gets you high. So like something that like if lit on fire will create smoke that
Oh,
will
of
get you
course.
high.
In that case, that's easy. He'll just say, "Oh, what are you buying?"
Yeah, I'm. It depends. Are you selling?
Uh, yeah. You got 95 ciphers?
95 ciphers. Damn, for how much?
4 doses.
Nah, okay, fine, fine. Uh, transferring. What? Wait, actually, no. Stop transfer. Let me see. Can I see?
He'll roll his eyes and like take very like Resident Evil style. He'll like hunch forward and take one side of his jacket out, and you'll just see like a couple of Ziploc bags full of what seem to be like blue and green, kind of chopped up leaves. But you see other Ziploc bags with the leaves kind of like in full, complete form. And he says, "I got hyperleaf."
I want to lean into his coat a little bit and just like examine it up close, uncomfortably close. Oh, good enough. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's fine. 95 ciphers. Transferring now.
Okay. Give me just 1 second, and I'll copy paste it into the loot table. Okay. And then treasure trove.
Beautiful.
Let me.
Scratch, scratch, scratch.
Did you gaze upon my foodly?
Oh my god, I didn't.
Validate.
Oh my god, I need
Why
to.
didn't you?
Hold on. I
What
think
the-
I'm just like staring at a wall right now, honestly.
And I'm even more concerned by the "I think" part of that sentence.
I think, yeah, you're not quite sure. That's concerning.
Think like one eye.
This nigga on drugs.
The other.
Oh yeah, right. Showing
the
the
hyperleaf.
hyperleaf. Yes, sir.
Paid them 97 credits.
Also, I mean,
What dissociating is?
I have an idea for this later because I cannot smoke this. I am a robot.
Oh no,
I
you're
am a
good.
robot.
I put it in the treasure trove though. You now have 4 doses of hyperleaf.
Amazing.
Creature who
Hyperleaf?
this
Yes.
has advantage on wisdom saving throws and ability checks for 1 minute. So it is a surprisingly sharpening one. Like it gets you high, but like in a way that like when some people get, some people do a little smoky smoke and they get ideas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's kind of like that. But after that minute, must succeed a DC 8 Constitution save or be poisoned for 1 hour. Also, because it's a drug, you have to pass a particular DC determined by the level to not get addicted to it. But the DC is low as fuck because it's a very basic one.
Beautiful.
Based.
Just pass and you'll be fine. But yes, you have that now.
Can't wait to drug niggas. Okay.
Oh my.
Okay.
You can't wait to
Hell
what?
yeah, man.
I'm gonna stick it in my one piece jumpsuit or whatever, just tuck it in there and go find everybody.
Nice. You know where at least a good portion of the party is back at the Charging Port Hotel that you guys rented out a couple of rooms for the week. But as for the rest of you, what about Ozzy? You just hanging out, maxing, relaxing this couple of days, or do you have any plans?
Question.
Answer.
So like, what all do we know about like the dark side? Like that it's just like quote unquote uninhabited, or that like people don't generally live there, or is it just like what all is like our general knowledge?
Your general knowledge is that the civilization of Twilight is relegated to one hemisphere, aka not the dark side, those being the 4 districts that you know about that were led by 4 of the Flawless 5. For a while, you didn't really know who the 5th was, but there's kind of been whispers, but as of recent, they finally revealed themselves by staging a full-on attack using some strange eldritch monster that you guys killed, as well as an incursion of demons, interestingly. But yes, you know the dark side of the moon to be a relatively uninhabited, quiet, and frankly desolate uh, half hemisphere of Twilight that you're not really sure what goes on over there, but you do know at least that is the whatever. Assuming that that half of the hemisphere even is the dark side of the moon, or at least what they call it, you would know that somewhere in that realm is Aladdin Sane's base of operations, from which they have sent several messengers, being primarily Drow, some Duergar, some rock gnomes, and others, uh, to interact with and spread word in all of the districts on their behalf, making like small diplomatic deals and sending messages and such.
Okay. Like I know you said it's like uninhabited, but like was it like a banned area? Was it like no one could go there, or was it not like livable, or
It's
was
more
it
like
just
a
kind of
no
like
man's land where people just
okay,
don't like to go over there.
word because of like atmosphere, or just because like it's dangerous because there are people doing shady things over there, or
You haven't really heard much about like actual people activity over there, or really any settlements or civilization. Apparently, other than wherever the hell Aladdin Sane's base of operations is. But usually, you just hear people prefer not to go over there for the sake of survival reasons, or maybe it's just because there isn't much over there for them, and anything they do need and want would be over here instead.
okay, so it's almost kind of like a space desert where there's just kind of nothing there, so people just don't go over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Twilight in and of itself is already pretty desolate. Like there's good stretches of land between each of the main 4 districts that you guys have thankfully managed to cover in short time due to just kind of stealing vehicles. But even
Sure.
then, like other than the masses of biological soil crust that make the moon breathable and big ol' just swaths and lands of stretches of lunar rock with the occasional extremely massive crater or kind of deep canyon or chasm that goes into a fading, scary blackness underneath. Not really a whole lot between these places. It's kind of really only the 4 bastions of civilization known as the districts that are really any place to actually go or be. Anything outside of those 4 would just be like people setting up camp between travels, or maybe like setting up some off the grid settlement because they for whatever reason don't want to associate with others, or maybe they're on the run, or maybe somebody has it out for them and they just thought none of the districts were safe and wanted to be a little further away, or just random raider encampments that want to catch travelers with their pants down and rob them blind.
Okay. Okay. Honestly, I don't remember anything of like Ozzy's short-term goals before.
You're good.
Who
But
am I?
yeah, I know his long-term goals, but all of his short-term goals, I forgot what I had planned for this band.
What
But I will
did you
say,
do?
I figured he could just be doing like research on like the voyage ahead, I guess. Anything he could learn about the No Man's Land, the dark side. Um, like optimal routes, weather, terrain, any sort of like knowledge to prepare the voyage ahead.
Okay, I'll say make me an investigation check.
Yes,
I assume this is
sir.
a mixture of either like. So here in the outskirts of the Pulse District, there's no real definitive repertoire of information. It may just be kind of like asking people if they have anything, whether it's word of mouth or kind of like
Why did I
maybe
roll so
something that
low?
they held on to for a long time, like travel logs or maybe just advice they got from somebody else. I'll say with an 11 though, kind of like asking around and checking stuff out. It would mostly kind of be general word of mouth where people would tell you like if you're trying to go out there into the no man's lands, make sure you have a vehicle because on foot people are going to try and rob you blind. And even then, a vehicle isn't 100% safe. As for optimal routing, you either have to know where you're going or pray to the gods above and below.
Okay. With that, I guess I would like to stock up. Let me see. I have like rations, but I think I'm gonna stock up on supplies. Um, there are
Okey dokey.
health potions and stuff, right?
Yeah. Did you want to go find some?
Yes. Do I know how to make them? Wait,
Do
can I
you
make
have
potions?
proficiency with, I believe it's the herbalism kit or the alchemist supplies?
Alchemist supplies,
It's
surgery,
one of the two. Make
forgery,
potions of healing, if I remember correctly.
artisans, tinkerers. I have tinkerers. I don't know.
I'll say Tinkerer's tools can't necessarily make potions.
Y'all.
Alchemist supplies and
Wait,
herbalism kits can make potions, assuming that you're proficient
sure.
in them.
I thought I read something like a long time ago that I had something I could do something with spells.
Cast him.
That's
True.
right.
He's got you there.
Let me see. Craft potions. Hold on. That's just fucking Google's AI. Don't don't lie to me.
Did you double check all of
Uh,
the things you're proficient in? Because I don't
yeah,
think you
those
can
are all
change.
my proficiencies, but
Okay, because I was gonna say, unless they got some new stuff, I don't know if you can change out your proficiencies just like that.
okay, okay.
But you can always ask around and see if there's any to buy anywhere.
Yeah,
Are
okay, I can
ways
do
to
that.
be changing your proficiencies.
Honestly,
I
it's
mean,
been so
I'm
long
sure
since
there
I
are.
played D&D in general. Um,
Well, it'd be like a
give me
class
grace.
ability or
Listen, I've
something
been
like after
playing
a long rest you
non-stop
could switch it out.
Pathfinder. My these are tweaked.
Yeah.
Also, I'm really tired. I've been up since like 9 a.m.
It do be like that.
Same.
Anyways,
I will say, in the meantime, if you just kind of want to look around to see if there's anywhere that sells potions of healing,
I do.
um, I mean, there's definitely like, there's no currently active. Actually, I'll say maybe a investigation check at advantage because you kind of like you're. This is a very simple thing to look for. Okay, I'll say asking around, you
Nice
kind of
roll.
get like one or two pointers to a particular place on the outskirts of town. However, you walk to the place and you've been told that this is like a definitive magic items emporium that sells plenty of potions. However, you walk up to the place, and there is just a sign on the front, kind of flipped around like a sharpied on cardboard, that says "closed, sorry!" exclamation point.
Wow. Okay. Uh, then instead, if so, for like being a proficient in like artisan or tinkerer's tools, could like I mess with like my weapons and or like armor and stuff like that, or
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'd say so.
okay. I guess then since that was a bust, could I just I don't know, can I work on like upgrading my armor?
Sure. I'll say though, just
Let's
like
just get
Aestus,
started, you know?
yeah, I was gonna say it'll be a process that'll take some time. I will say, however, just like Aestus, obviously you will need materials.
Yes, I will be scrounging around for some. Yes.
Okay. I'll say generally it's kind of easier to find, because you're wearing non-magical armor. It's not too terribly advanced, so you can definitely find people like even outside of back alleys. Given the amount of mercenaries and bodyguards and bouncers that work around here, you can definitely find people who are like selling like ramshackle or spare parts to armor that you could like buy and patch onto yours. Uh, so I will say you just have like base like regular armor, right? What kind?
I am wearing. It is in my inventory
Okay.
somewhere. Triplate suit.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that's medium armor.
It is.
So yeah, I'll
Not wear more.
say
Not wear less. I could.
give me just let me. Okay. I'll say you have a general eye and knowledge for what you think you would need to kind of touch up your armor and make it better, as well as like a couple of materials that you think you might need to expend to possibly give your armor a bit of like an enchantment and a buff to accommodate for those new parts, which you can cover yourself because you're magically inclined. But
Yeah.
overall, if you wanted to get everything wholesale from parts across the city, across the vendors, it would be a collective total cost of 220 ciphers.
Could I haggle?
Sure, make me a persuasion check. Are you just being like, can you do it for less?
I can be like, I know a vendor around the
Yeah.
block who sells this slightly cheaper, but if you meet them, return customer and all that shit.
The tiefling goes, well, my prices are competitive. Okay, fine, fine, fine. 180.
Okay. I can do that.
Surely that must be lower than theirs.
Pretty sure. Let me get back to you. I like walk around the corner. I wait 5 minutes, come back.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think I can do it for 170. What did you say?
175.
Deal.
Sounds good to me. In that case, a couple of plates of armor that you can just affix with the use of your tinker's tools onto your own, as well as a couple of miscellaneous materials that you would expend because you know how to use them to kind of ritualistically enchant your armor with a little bit of a bit of a
Uh,
buffing in nature.
Mhm.
That will take time though. You currently have
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
materials and the means. Obviously, it is not done yet.
I figured, the course of 2 days, trying to gather information and then the rest stockpiling stuff to boost and then supplies for the voyage. There's
Yeah,
plenty to do.
yeah. You can get around to that next part later when on your own time, or just find the time
Yes.
between adventures or
Uh,
little pockets of it. As for the rest of yous, anyone got any extra projects or wacky adventures or just things in the town they'd like to check on as the day 2 comes to a close, and everyone's been kind of tending to their own devices.
The only thing Vincent would do outside of hanging out with Nisa is using the first days to use my sending spell to just see if he can even contact Ziggy, just to see if he's alive. He doesn't actually expect Ziggy to like even understand what's going on with hearing his voice on top of everything else. But if he can get a response, I think that would be the happiness and security he can live with.
Roll me a D100.
Hi. Okay. I know how to do that. I sure do. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Dice. D100. A 51.
Okay. Hell yeah. I'll say pretty much like the instant you send a message and be like, "Hey, wellness check" to Ziggy Stardust, you hear almost like static in your head, as if like something is tuning in, and you're like attuning to the right channel. As you just hear kind of like a faint voice cut through as you say, "Let the Sylvantine begin, godling! I've waited so long." And it kind of like fades out and cuts out.
And it was Ziggy's voice, right?
It is Ziggy's
Okay.
voice.
All right. Cryptid as ever. I can't always be concerned about the weird things that are said. So he's alive. That's a win. I can at least have that information for later.
I'm gonna just shoot you a glance.
Hmm?
And just go back to work. I'm definitely like
Oh.
side eyeing you, like, why did you do that?
Yeah. I have been quiet all day. Sorry. Go back to your work.
He's not gonna answer, and I'm just gonna keep working. Uh, like I said, Vincent, you would know this is like the quietest Nisa has been. She just seems angry and tempered. She's just putting all of that into her work.
And Vincent knows his over talking and sharing with you would only pull you out of that element, and he knows you're putting it to good use. So he goes back to quiet until the days are up.
Okay. The sun sets quite early due to the nature of this moon on a second day. As
Jordan,
yeah, what's up?
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
When Vincent goes to sleep that last night, I'm gonna send one message,
You got it.
and I'll DM you what it says. Because I need to
Secret
read
secrets.
sending. Well,
Secrets.
Need to
I mean, I
resend it.
can
Damn,
say.
damn,
This is-
god damn, nigga, what
this
the
nigga-
fuck?
This
Are you guys
nigga
okay? Everybody all
burbling.
right?
Wait,
Everybody all right?
it's sending, right?
What's that?
You said
Like-
you said resending.
Yeah, sending. Did
It's
I
a
Trying to
remove
see if
that?
it's
spell.
verbal.
25 words. They can respond to it.
Did I remove that from my fucking sheet? I need to re-add.
Dang, he said I ain't no telephone.
Well, I know you
Um,
have.
I will simply say, ask the question, what is war like? And I'm
Interesting as
sure you
fuck.
can figure out who that's going to.
Oh,
Um,
took my guess.
am I? I might be stupid or a little out of it because I can't immediately guess who. You can DM me the name if you feel so
I did.
inclined.
Daddy
Oh, well.
wasn't there.
In that
Smell
case,
my own wind.
Yeah?
It's a pretty famous song.
and you just said the question is, what is war like?
Yeah. Wait, is that the song that Shane Gillis was playing in Tires?
The song by Everclear?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that's what they were singing. I didn't hear that, but
I'm crying.
The speed looks like a deer.
so we're all just gonna sing the songs in our head. Got it.
Mm-hmm. How do you pass the time?
Yeah, we might have
I
to put
am
Laura down.
too tired.
I be hitting
We
the
can
Scooby Doo on
end
the
it in
reg.
a
I
little
cannot
bit
lie.
if you want.
Y'all don't have to end.
And
No.
oh
I-
man,
No,
Yeah,
no.
I might dip, but y'all don't have to end. I'm fucking reading anyways, you know?
He's reading.
I mean, you're about to be done.
yeah, the
Oh,
reading
shit.
should be done.
Yeah.
Please be done.
Fuck!
I'm
Yes,
ready.
you have
Worse
to
timing for that.
I'm ready.
He said,
Yes.
fuck.
Anyway, there's your answer as you kind of recede into the second night. Around like 9 p.m. hours after the sun has set due to the nature of this moon, Irenicus, you close your book. You feel like
Yeah!
you've read enough for now.
Hell yeah.
It just came upon you very suddenly. You're like, yep,
Was
I'm
I allowed to
satisfied for now.
sleep? Was I allowed to sleep during that time, or like, am I exhausted? What's the?
Oh no, you were not
situation?
allowed to sleep for that time.
Oh,
Okay, so it's 9. Sorry, did you say PM or AM?
PM.
I will then, I guess, instantly go to sleep if I have been awake for that whole time, because that was the next 24 hours, right?
instant change.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what time it was.
Forrest,
when
what's
we
wrong?
started it.
Bro, I was so confused trying to read that.
You asked, what is warlike?
War. I've been on a
War
never
never
change
changes.
vacation trying to
Or
forget
never
about that,
changes.
kid. Don't make me get up. Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Yeah, I'll tell her. Hit.
That's what was
Wild.
asked you.
Put my mom on the phone, damn it.
You know what? What was the thing that
The thing?
I did? What was it called? Is it called a brain dance?
Mind meld, I think. Oh, brain dance. Yeah, yeah.
Brain
thinking
dance.
about it, brain
Okay.
dance. Yeah.
So hold on, I'll just do it. I'll do it in the chat.
I believe, yes.
That's the first and only message from Irenicus in the group chat.
Hold on.
The
Wait,
group chat get the
you
text
put
from
it
Irenicus.
in
I
the
put it.
actual
I
group
put it.
chat?
No, I put it in the roll 20 text.
Yeah, in the roll 20 chat.
Oh fuck! I like just walked away from my laptop. Damn it.
Sorry, brain
It
dance
says,
fucked up. Good
"Sorry,
night.
brain dance fucked up." GN. Period.
That's beautiful.
Rookies.
Hell yeah.
Well, I did witness the secrets of the universe or whatever. the fuck, so.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've given you incredibly esoteric visions.
You're gonna see that I read it later, like the next day after we're done hanging out, or meeting up.
I don't open that message. I send it, and I will. The next time I
Immediately
open
go
the
to
group
sleep.
chat, you guys will know.
Yeah.
Mm.
It won't get read till like 14 hours later.
Hell yeah. But nevertheless,
won't know.
as you go to sleep for the night, Irenicus, you may remove one of your 2 levels of exhaustion.
Oh, I have
Hey.
2 levels of exhaustion.
Hey.
You are reading.
Where
Yeah,
do
you were
I
deep in the book.
mark
Shit, dog.
exhaustion on this character sheet? Stop for it.
I actually don't know on Roll20 character sheets.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, we are now using 2024 exhaustion, which is a lot easier to keep track of. It is just, if I remember correctly, per level of exhaustion you have, it is -1 to all rolls and -5 feet of movement.
Oh, so much easier actually. That's probably one of the few 24 rules I can agree with.
Okay.
I mean, quite a few
Huh.
2024 rules I'm fine with, and obviously all of them I will allow players to use. I think personally my favorite ones are they buffed healing spells, and also there's weapon masteries now, which just gives martial classes options to do
Yeah,
cool
I'm just
little
gonna-
tricks in combat.
I'm just gonna put exhaustion in my background. My
You
back
got
hurt
it.
is exhaustion more.
But yes. Is there anybody who explicitly doesn't go to sleep or has anything else that they're trying to like knock out of the park or sneak away and handle? Speaking now, forever hold your peace.
Ace to 3 dies for feathers.
Oh, cool. Just getting
Cute.
dripped out for the next adventure chapter.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to. Aces has to make sure that her feathers are. I think she's gonna go with instead of purple, maybe like I don't know.
I was
Maybe
just about
blue?
to ask if you were changing the color up. Okay, you blew it
I like
out.
to believe that Cassio is helping you. I'm putting that
Oh,
out there.
absolutely. No,
Let's
Cassio.
go.
Cassio
So,
did not have a choice. Like they were forced.
Bonding moment. Bonding moment.
Cassio on record is more nonchalant and less you force him and more he was going to do it anyway than I don't know the likes of half of the party
Mm.
Yeah.
from what
That
we've
is
seen of him at least.
so true. Theodore, come on. Yeah.
Theodore.
Sorry, I'm taking my dog outside to go business.
Aww.
You're good.
And
I
he's-
thought you just gave Cassio a new name.
oh no. Okay, you
That's
know what?
crazy work.
Actually, we can make that a thing. She
We
just
don't
knocks on the
have
door.
to.
All
Come
right,
on,
that's all
Theodore.
right. Maybe not.
Actually, she'd probably call Cassio just Cass.
Yeah.
Aw. Or I
Like-
feel like you could just extend Cassio Arena. Cassiodora.
Quesadilla.
Cassadia. Oh, absolutely.
Cassadia is so cute.
Casapino.
Casapino.
Come on, Casapino. It's time to read out my feathers.
Casablanca.
Casablanca is really good.
Literally, Cassio will never be called Cassio again. I'm gonna find some weird fuck up iteration every time to call Cassio.
It's like zigzag.
Yo, me with Zigdrastil.
Yeah. I like calling him zigzag.
Yeah,
I think it's very funny.
Reggie Ziggis.
Zigifer.
These are all fantastic.
The game was zigged from the start. Anyway, my fault.
I can't wait to see it from
Uh,
this.
As you stay up late and have a little bit of a hanging out night with Cassio, as you guys kind of touch up your feathers and redo your drip to get you ready for a new chapter of your shared collective adventurers' lives. Nevertheless, the lot of you have the night to yourselves. No disturbances so far.
Oh, we
things
don't like
have been-
that.
I mean, ever since you guys spent like what 20 sessions seeing to the general peace and quiet of this district. It hasn't been disturbed quite of yet. Ever since that one time the Hegemon Empire launched an incursion on it and you obliterated dozens of them, they haven't come
Well,
back.
they shouldn't have fucked
fuck with
around.
you ever
'Cause
since.
they
That's
found
what I'm
out.
saying.
That's what I'm saying.
But nevertheless, a new day dawns, and the lot of you collectively, one by one, come to wake. Still haven't heard from Ziggy Stardust, but Arenicus is back and of his right mind and slightly less tired than normal. Hello.
I'm back.
Which
never
gives you
tired. I'm a
possibly the
robot.
hint that your, party is at least once again at its most cohesive and
Sir.
given the current circumstances of missing one, but at least one of you is aware that
Do
he
I know
is
where he is?
somewhere. Nope.
Okay.
The last person to have seen Ziggy was Cassio, and Cassio saw him playing with an animal, and Ziggy told him to go away. Basically scared him off.
Ziggy behavior, am I right, guys?
so busy.
Yeah.
Ziggy
Damn, Ziggy.
behavior.
Always doing Ziggy things.
We should kill him.
Little fucking freak. Anyways.
But with that, what would you guys like to do next? One by one, you wake in what I can assume to be the few rooms that you guys rented out in your charging port motel. The day is yours, yet again.
Yet again. Asus is immediately going to get coffee, obviously.
Hell yeah.
We know where from
like,
too.
Yep. yes,
From
we
a coffee
do.
shop or per se the
From which?
shitty Java
Same
machine in the
shitty
receptionist
one.
lobby?
Oh, she loves the shitty one because it comes out way too hot and absolutely burnt, and it's her favorite.
Wait,
Yeah,
I thought she
also,
had
like,
like a thing that made forever.
She
Oh,
does
coffee.
have a
that's
bottle. I was
right.
gonna say.
Oh wow, yeah.
I was gonna lay out.
I
your options.
remembered.
Aestus has a bottle of endless coffee,
Oh,
or at the very least, I
Insane.
believe it's Aestus who has it.
That's so
His
correct.
Maestus
It is.
canonically has a caffeine addiction.
Yeah.
She absolutely does. She will lose her shit if she's not getting her caffeine as needed.
Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee.
Yeah, don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. Fueled by caffeine. She
boy.
definitely. You know what? She has a sleeping shirt that says that just because it was so fucking funny.
Hell yeah.
I love that for her.
That's what Ace just does in the morning though. She gets her fix.
Nice. From from the shitty Java machine or from your bottle of boundless coffee?
Both. She like gets like the good shit. That way it gets her like the right caffeine amount. But then she goes downstairs to like get it out of the shitty coffee machine just because again it comes out way too hot and burnt and she loves it.
In that case, roll me a 1d20.
Coffee
fuck.
cocktail.
Hold on. Let me get back my laptop. I was putting dinner away.
Okay.
Din din.
Mm.
Yeah, I had to put away the leftovers for lunch tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me roll 1d10.
No, 20.
Oh, I'm sorry, 1d20.
Yeah, you're good.
I got a nat 20. Jesus.
Let's go.
Fucking
Nice.
rad.
You have coffee for the morning.
Wait, what if I'd rolled like a 1?
I don't know.
Then
They'd
you don't
be
drink
out.
coffee.
The coffee's moldy.
Oh,
You never know.
Stinky coffee.
Never
oh.
drink moldy coffee.
Stinky
That shit
coffee.
ruins you.
It must be hard to make stinky coffee from how fucking strongly the coffee smell.
You
is
get a
just
thermos
Yeah.
full of piss instead.
Oh,
this. No.
no.
But yes, you enjoy some nice sips from your trusty canteen, as well as some like some dubious brown liquid that still has some grounds in it from the Java machine that just pathetically poots out like just some.
She like enjoys, like she's like visibly enjoying the crunch between her beak teeth. She's just enjoying it.
Hell yeah, man.
Beak teeth.
What about the rest of yous? Any late sleepers?
Yeah, probably.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Uncharacteristic.
Vincent is up bright and early and
I'm up before
Trying to get everybody
Vincent's up.
knocking on everyone's doors. Sent a group text. Like he's doing everything to get everyone's attention. Went to their doors, text them all, nudged Nisa 3 times.
No, I'm up before Vincent is up.
Bullshit.
I'm standing over Vincent as he wakes up, just staring down at him.
Oh god, that's horrifying. Oh, Nisa, you're awake.
Just a subtle,
God.
slow nod.
Oh yeah, you're locked in. All right, good. Let's go get the rest of them. And Vincent will put on his jacket in a flourish and do as I said. Wake up the crew.
Hell yeah. One by one, your doors are quite rhythmically knocked upon by your party bard. As he gets you up bright and early, day ahead of you. Not really sure what he has in mind. Sometimes it's a training regimen, other times it's breakfast.
It's the surprise that no one is ready for.
Truth, Nuke. But one by one, you all rouse to wake and once again convene a party proper -1. What will you do? The floor is yours.
All right, Nisa. They're all waiting your orders.
Yeah, my orders. Let's go fucking kill us a flawless fuck.
Look, can
Who's
we get
gonna fly?
tacos, like breakfast tacos on the way there?
No.
We do need to eat, Nisa. No? Oh man.
I just look
Oh,
at you
come
saying that.
on. But look at them. They're so hungry.
Nathan, I'm so hungry. Captain, I'm gonna die. Look at me. I'm just feathers and bones.
You've got 20 minutes.
Yasha!
Yeah.
Cassio is already out of the door.
They were ready.
Monks are
Wait.
so fast.
Cassadia, wait up for me.
They stop for like 2 seconds before like continuing the Officer Earl sprint down the road.
That's beautiful.
Oh yeah. Nevertheless,
quick
a
fight.
lot of you who wish to feed yourselves in your allotted, not even a half hour of time by Anissa, may again, of course, help yourselves to some um, edible fast food tacos.
Would Aces have
Flavor
like just enough
nuggets.
time to like sprint and take some to her new friend in the shady alleyway?
I'll say you run over there, but he's moved.
Damn.
You kind
Okay.
of were already made aware of this, but like these kind of back alley places where people set up tents and very impromptu stands, they kind of shift and move and spread around town. So
Yeah.
he's clearly somewhere else around. But maybe, maybe he's all right, taking care of himself, hopefully. One can hope and imagine at least.
Okay. Okay.
But now you have an extra taco.
Oh, she scarfs that shit down so goddamn quick.
Hell yeah. Well, you are most
Like-
certainly well fed for the better part of the day.
Like, have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters? Like that one girl's a
I
sushi
have
roll. That's what
actually.
she does.
Oh
That's what
boy.
she does with the taco.
Bro, I
just
have
straight
seen
up.
like maybe
Yeah.
3 memes about K-pop Demon Hunters, and they're like 3 of the most insane ones I've ever seen. I love the first one where it's like, in the movie K-pop Demon Hunters, the girls eat a lot of food before their show. This is a reference to how this is extremely unrealistic, and they normally don't let K-pop stars do this.
Right.
Anyway, sorry for that side rant.
We love that.
As you just disintegrate a soft shell. Actually, it's a hard shell. They're who am
A
I
hard
kidding?
shell
It's a
Thank you
breakfast
for
taco?
clarifying.
Gordon,
It
that
was
is
supposed to
heinous.
be a soft shell, but it is stale.
yeah. Truth nuke. Yeah.
Evil.
Yeah. But
Okay, that's
nevertheless,
fair.
as a lot of you kind of quickly like run a couple minutes like down the road to hit up your either your old faithful or maybe a new like cheap kind of food installation, and then run back and quickly, depending on us, making the brash assumption here that all of you heed Niece's time constraint. If you don't,
Yeah.
that's fine. You'll just have to take that up with her.
I ain't getting in trouble.
Yeah, fuck no. Aces is there right down to the last second almost, but she is there.
Hell yeah. But nevertheless, as a lot of you reconvene, you feel like you can, like you're fed for the better part of the day. Like you can, handle whatever's ahead of you for the time being.
Ozzy, what?
Huh?
Did you say
You
something?
were saying something.
Yeah.
I kind of gave up because you kept
Oh, buddy.
My fault. Sometimes as a DM, I'll habitually just like think that there's a gap I need to fill. My bad.
That's real as shit.
You guys stop talking. Hold on. I got you.
Worry not. I have things to say.
Okay.
All right, we're back with our tacos.
Or at the very least, some of them are already eaten. But that is to say, you guys are back together once again, fed and properly ready for the day.
I'm just gonna look everyone up and down and let's go kill us a fucking leader. And I will turn around and head towards the helicopter. I mean, did I say helicopter? I meant to say. Where is it?
Wait, our helicopter's not there? What?
No, the fucking meme. I can't find it.
Oh, the meme?
I can't find
Oh, he's
the
looking for something to
soundboard.
post.
Aw.
Soundboard.
That's just a defeating moment too. He was so prepared, it sounds like.
Yeah. Poor baby.
Is it a
Huh?
GIF that you can just look up a second time?
Oh, the helicopter soundboard.
Helicopter,
Aw.
Helicopter.
Yeah,
Where is it? Where is
good
it? Where is it? Where
enough.
is it?
They understood.
That's not very
They knew what
jolly
you
of you.
wanted.
The
Good
people know
enough.
what you wanted. Come on, Ted.
Yeah.
Come on, Ted.
We'll simply walk towards the helicopter.
Oh, hell yeah.
Helicopter, Helicopter.
Helicopter.
Helicopter, helicopter.
Okay, surely. Actually, 1 second. I got this. I'm just putting up the first video. That's the result. Please don't be like something that kills us.
What?
Aww.
You know what, man? Hell yeah, this works.
That's a hognose snake.
A
Ah,
hognose
nice.
snake.
Yeah,
Wait,
they're
what the
venomous and they like eating.
My fault. I pulled up the
amphibians.
first video.
Wait, aren't those supposed
that
to drink
calls out
water?
the helicopter.
So cute.
I mean, all
up.
snakes drink water.
Oh, I
To
didn't
get
Pretty
know
much
that.
anything on Earth that drinks water.
Listen, motherfucker. I meant that as in their vent of videos of the
Except
snake
for me,
drinking water.
MLG noises.
All snakes take
Let me drink
sips.
you.
They all take sips with their.
Yeah, but the hog nose looks really cute because its nose is all lifted as it does it.
What, like a hog?
You know what?
No.
I'm gonna fucking leave.
I'll
Bye.
show you a hog, Jordan.
Snort,
Check your
snort.
DMs.
Oh!
Want to snort, snort.
Why does it
with
look like
that, you would know that ever since you departed from the Lodestar District, you parked at Old Faithful, that being the massive warehouse / ship storage known as Rex and Vex's Ship-Shaped Shop, kind of walking through the barbed wire fences that kind of protect the place. Those big double doors, warehouse size, that kind of lead in. Inside, a familiar man, Rex Raider, just kind of kicking his feet up on a nearby desk, kind of fiddling with a couple of tools in a bag that he's just like wiping some grime off of. Says, "Heading out?"
Just a
Not all at once now.
silent nod.
Alright, well, you stay safe now. Trust it's exactly as you left it. If not a little bit better.
Oh,
Oh.
What does that mean?
I mean, I try, to keep an eye on the things
Ooh
around
la
here.
la,
Sometimes people bring them and they're in a little bit of a condition, but, I consider it part of my civic duty, plus as part of the fees that people pay me to stay here, that, I do whatever fix-ups I can, make sure the landing pads are in proper shape, that nothing's just completely unhinged, that the engine still works, yada yada yada. Don't expect it to suddenly take you to space or anything. It's still a helicopter, for crying out loud, but you get the point.
Hyperdrive.
It's still a
Hell yeah, man.
helicopter.
But nevertheless, with the little bit of kind of shoddy, intimidating paint jobs that were done on the side and the front that you guys did when you first got it, it is still there just as you remember it. Maybe a door on the side kind of gone just from previous damages during a fight. But, that's just plenty of, that's room to hop in and out at a dime's drop.
Ace just kind of look at it and be like, wait, we ain't named this one yet. It needs a name if we're flying it.
Yeah.
as our pilot, do you have any ideas?
I mean, I would never. Of course, I have a name for it. I got 5 of them lined up. You want something like cool, or you want something like
Techno bird. We can call it the techno bird.
a techno bird?
Yeah, the techno bird.
You're
A
shorting
techno
it.
bird or techno
Call it a
bird?
turd.
Turd.
Oh,
The
I don't like
flying
any of
turd. I like that.
No, please, let's not. It was gonna have such a cool name.
What do you want to call it?
I mean, again, do y'all want something like sassy or something like catchy?
Anything our captain doesn't moan or groan about when we pick it.
I mean, does our illustrious captain have any name suggestions before I list mine?
Probably not.
Blackfish.
Still like turd.
Just
Or
name it plain and get over it.
Thunderhook.
No!
Blackfish.
Ozzy, have you gotten any sleep? You sound grumpy.
You do
Well, if we
good.
can't name it the
Decent
Duck
bag with
Herd,
your
why
size.
don't we call it the shit?
Oh no.
What if we call
The
it
evolution of thought's going well.
the drink?
No, see,
They call it the what?
How
They
can
call
it be
it
the
the
drink?
what?
It's not even a cup.
come on, let's go.
I mean, we can name it a whirly bird. That sounds kind of funny.
Oh boy.
Or a turd.
Done.
Well,
Damn.
Jesus. Hey Jordan, would it be reason to say I have like some like chalk in one of my pockets?
Why the hell not?
Great, thank you. I'm gonna like walk over to her and be like, fine, let's just go with the shit. Cause you know, it actually is kind of funny. And
Ooh, I love
she's
it.
gonna she's gonna scribble that on there in like a really sharp graffiti, nice looking font.
I actually love that. Instead of the, can it be DA? The shit.
The shit.
The shit.
One word?
Yeah.
Oh my god, no. The flying shitman.
Oh man.
I was just gonna walk past
getting
this
worse.
get in.
It is getting worse. Oh no. What have we done?
That's what she puts on there, the flying shitman. I'm pleased with that.
I like it. I say is the disembodied, non-existent figure here.
I hear that voice in my head saying, ah, yes, the gods approve. And then after she's done, she's gonna hop in.
Hell yeah. Well, the rest of you
Behind
hop
you.
into the main compartment.
Yeah, yeah.
There's room
I'll
for
just
one more in
bed
the
in.
cockpit area, as well as maybe a nosy bystander in the back of it. But most of the room's
Oh.
gonna be in the main compartment area with all the the seats up against the wall.
I definitely want to be in the cockpit.
Of course you do.
Yep. I don't even know how to fly. I'm just up there to talk to you.
You're just hanging out your moral support.
Yeah.
Besties
But nevertheless,
hanging.
with that, do you guys take off, get her ready and raring to go?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're on an adventure.
Do it.
One
Helicopter,
filled with
helicopter.
combat and destruction.
It takes a minute,
Yes.
obviously, but eventually it gets started, and once again, to the air you go, up to Aestus, really, I guess. How high or low you just feel like traveling over the desolate nothings of the lunar rock wastelands, between the districts, kind of off into the distance, away from them. Assuming, I guess that is to say, based off of the information you've received so far, while you have no clear direction, you are given the nebulous idea that there is an entire half a hemisphere of the moon that is just relatively uninhabited, and somewhere in there potentially is the territory of, well, this secret evil fifth thing.
Side.
So with that to say, actually, I guess I do have the option of putting you guys back just for funsies. Let's go here.
Ayo, funsies.
So
What
as of
the
right
hell?
now, this is the map.
What the hell?
The map.
The map.
The
We're going
map.
to the nigga district.
Wait, do you guys see it? Yeah,
Yeah.
as of right here
Mega
now, you
district.
guys are here. If you can see what I'm drawing.
Oh, smiley
bottom
face.
right.
I thought it was gonna be a penis.
Nope.
Yeah. He's got more
No
class
penis.
than that.
I mean,
The moon. The moon. The moon. The moon.
But nevertheless, this is where you guys are at right now. Aces, you could kind of just throw a dart at a board, pick a direction, entirely up to you. You're the one in the pilot seat. You obviously would know, based off of traveling to the Lodestar District, anything to the west or northwest is going to be just stretches of no man's land that lead to other districts. Although in between, there are a couple of what seem to be extremely small temporary encampments and settlements, as well as what seem to be enormous chasms, divots, craters, and canyons, some of which lead to like extremely low parts of the moon that you can't even really, a couple of which you can't even see the bottom of. But obviously, of course, there's also, other directions, like the east into nothingness, the south into more nothingness,
Oh, okay.
scary, new, unexplored territory.
Nothingness. Nothingness sounds fun. Um, she's gonna kind of like look back at Nisa and be like, "So, I mean, we can kind of go anywhere, but we're trying to kick some ass, right,
Yeah.
Captain?
Yes.
Captain?
Captain says yes.
Yeah.
Captain says yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
in that case, then we'll probably go into the nothingness."
Oh, hell yeah.
Take us
Okay.
to the dark.
Yay.
Into
Yeah.
the unknown.
Let's go then.
And then I will say, just as she's flying, she is gonna go like terribly high or terribly low. She's gonna avoid like obviously peril filled areas for a helicopter. No like giant chasms. She's
No,
not
like,
gonna.
no daredevil activities.
No, do
She
it.
considers it for like a moment, but she also recognizes that they do have a limited supply of energy, given that this is fueled by the sun. After a certain point, we're gonna have issues because there's a lack of light on this side, right?
You're not really sure yet. You haven't been over there. You, at the very least, know that the side of the moon that you're on has some sort of day-night cycle. So you'll have to find out if it's just proverbial or literal.
Okay. I mean, just given that's unknown, even though she would like to go ham sandwich, as her duty as a pilot, her goal is to get her passengers safely wherever we need to go. So but every once in a while, she kind of gets some wild hair and does a tight little shoo to the side, rocks everyone
Oh,
in the
yeah.
back, kind of giggles about it.
Maybe like a particularly high and large pillar of lunar regolith, you kind of like do a dance and a swerve around it. Or maybe like when there's a wide kind of like valley or canyon, you'll kind of dip into it a little bit. And
Yeah.
sail through
know,
the cracks.
yeah, just a little fun. Nothing crazy though, but just enough to make sure no one's sleeping in the back.
Yeah, I gotcha. In that case, make me a dexterity check using your proficiency bonus. This is going to count as a use of the vehicle's air proficiency, which you're
Okay.
proficient in.
Scroll up.
Also, we will talk about it later because tonight I just wanted to focus on getting you guys back into the game, rather than schmoolsy rulesy bullshit. But if you recall, back when this whole shebang began, I had like a couple of custom proficiencies I added in.
Yeah.
May or may not have removed a couple of them just for the sake of redundancy and kind of condensation and simplicity. But for the most part, they kind of translate into other things that you guys are proficient with anyway. Like, I took away the quote-unquote piloting skill and replaced it with vehicles space now that Spelljammer has been brought into 5e, and that is a thing.
Sure.
As well as
Yeah.
vehicles air, stuff like that.
That's fair.
But
I think that makes sense, honestly.
okie dokie. I will say with an 11, for the rest of you, you've kind of been hanging out for the better part of maybe like 5 or 6 hours. The wee hours of the morning are long gone, and as you've been flying past, whether it's from the day-night cycle or maybe a more literal sense, it has indeed been getting darker out, but you can still see quite a plenty. Like, while the sun is no longer on your side, you can still, there's like that still faint glow over the horizon, that kind of gives you all the eyesight you need, assuming your dark vision doesn't just cover it for you. But I'll say with an 11, about like 5.5 hours, 6 hours into your trip, you've been looking around and you haven't found too much of anything so far. But as Aestus comes out of what seems to be like a divot or a valley, kind of like between two crags of lunar regolith. Aestus and Raven, and also whoever's just kind of like watching out of the side of the main compartment where everybody's sitting.
I'm standing
You
in
see
front
what
of
looks
the
to be
door
almost
that's
like a
missing.
fast-flying white mass of sorts. It's kind of hard
Oh.
to make out what it really is.
It's a Silver Surfer.
Fly. It's like a big, encompassing, almost like a net that just flies at the helicopter. Aestus.
Mm-hmm.
You managed to not really have any incidents or accidents so far, but you weren't really prepared for enough for this to kind of just swerve out of the way real quick. But all of a sudden, you hear you see a couple of lights go off, and you hear like a little bit of ricketing and very hard cranking and attempts at cranking going on from the rotors outside, as all of a sudden something is just thrown and cast upon the top rotor of the helicopter that makes it just start stopping up mid-flight.
Mm. Don't like that. I would say since I'm coming out of kind of a valley dip anyways, she immediately starts angling so we can land.
Yeah, because you're quite close to ground level, so assuming that this is something that you need to land immediately, you can make it quite quickly. I will say, make me a second dexterity check using your proficiency bonus, if you would please.
Okay.
This shit's going down. This shit's going down.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
As the rest of you kind of, unless there's anything that anybody does, you kind of like see this and feel this kind of go on, as you can't really see the rotor from where you are on the top, but you can like clearly tell something in the helicopter is like clearly like stopping up, and like a bit of smoke starts going off as the ship very quickly kind of like using what little is left kind of like from the hind motor, a quick short turn to kind of push towards, if even just a little bit, with what little rotation the top rotor has left, the ground level right next to you, as the ship starts to kind of, or the helicopter starts to just tilt just a little bit, as you're about maybe 20 or 30 feet from just kind of landing and scooting along hard rock. You don't think it's going to be too terrible of a landing, but you know, the helicopter is a little tilted to the side, you're not quite sure. And you're not moving
I
at
do
the-
that.
Yeah. You do.
Overdrive.
Okay.
Unless it's bigger than 250 feet in any dimension.
No,
I don't know how
I
big
will
this
say
is.
it's definitely not.
No, I was gonna say I don't think this
Good.
one is.
Okay.
Gentle
So
living.
that's my proficiency bonus on top, which is 3
Hell yeah,
right
which
now.
I believe is 3.
Yeah.
Nice. So that becomes a 19. Okay. So, do any of the rest of you do anything as you see this? The helicopter is like kind of swerving to the side, and clearly, like at least the bottom and side of it are about to kind of drag along a little bit of this lunar regolith, but it's not going to be it's not going to be like an explosive landing per se. But it probably will be one you'll definitely need to, I don't know, strap in for, or just jump ship if you feel so inclined, if that's more your forte. Up
Also,
to you
Ace
guys.
is just absolutely cursing up a storm this entire time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Vincent is absolutely bracing himself. That's all I got.
Nice. After about 5 more seconds, you guys kind of like grit your teeth and kind of strap into your seats or grab onto a nearby oh shit handle, as the helicopter just like just kind of starts grating at like 40 miles per hour along the bottom, just clearly like a couple of plates of steel being ripped off from the bottom as it just scrapes for a good like 100 feet along some lunar regolith, before eventually kind of finally slowing down to a screeching halt. Ace, every single second of it, you can just like, it's like just nonstop bottoming out from a car. It just doesn't feel good.
Oh.
But
As a car
nevertheless,
person, I hate that you
Yeah.
use that reference and it hurts me physically in the real world.
I did it on purpose. But after the helicopter finally for a second comes to a halt, it just kind of tilts over just a little bit. You guys still have that one side door that just has been permanently gone that you can step out of to kind of get your bearings straight, as the helicopter seems to still be in one piece. You see back like in the trail you left, there's a couple of like armored plates and sheets of metal that were left behind and scattered in places. But this is definitely not a foobar. However, whoever gets out first will notice that there is still that strange, like, net of white substance just kind of tangled all up in the top rotor, just completely stopping it, and there's, like, smoke coming out of it.
Can Vincent investigate what that is by the senses?
I'll say, make me a nature check.
Oh, nature. Oh, nature.
Oh, nature.
Interesting choice.
Oh.
What kind of beast does this? All right, nature. I'm sure I have that here. A +2. Oh, 17.
Hell yeah. I'd say this really does not take much to understand. I would say almost immediately you recognize this to be web, just way more than you're used to, like web or silk.
Oh fuck.
Ew.
Webbing? What kind of... What? And he's just going to turn around and look in the great expanse around him. Is there any large anything around that, like...
It's funny you say that. As you turn around and start getting on guard, you immediately hear what you swear to be the sound of rhythmic, or at least very fast-paced clanking, like that seems to be coming from somewhere. Immediately kind of getting your bearings and looking around, you see there look to be a multitude of holes in the ground.
What the hell?
As you see what looks to be a piece of armor or something kind of just kind of latch and grab over one of the holes as something crawls out. A second armored leg, kind of with like hard light blue accents, and then a third,
Oh?
a fourth, and a fifth, and a sixth, seventh, and eighth, all just ting, 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 crawl out as the top of this creature kind of arcs and cranes over. A separate body attached to it, also encompassed in armor that kind of covers part of the face, except for the mouth, revealing like dark graying skin and fangs underneath. And in like a very like rasp, almost roboticized voice, you hear a, "You're a long way from home."
That was in common? Oh, what
Yes.
the heck?
Well, Asus is absolutely gonna pop out at this point and like look at the netting, look over at Vincent, look at the creature, and say, "You ugly motherfucker! The hell you do to my ship?"
It's about at this time that you hear a second voice from somewhere around just go, "The same thing we're about to do to you!" As you watch this large shape, this shadowed shape, just soar out of a separate like hole and chasm nearby, with what seems to be a similarly kind of pale, ghostly, graying skinned figure riding atop of it like a mount, as well as what seems to be a third figure that crawls out of a nearby hole, slinging what seems to be kind of like a sword rifle over their back, with kind of head half-shaved white hair. All three of these figures, having matching pointed ears. As I will allow you to consult the map, if you would please.
Are they
What the
looking
fuck?
like they're writing it, or is he looking like he part of it?
First one, part of it. Second one, writing it. Third one, just a person.
Okay.
You can see them on the map now.
Oh
Oh.
shit, we're surrounded.
Yeah.
Not yet. All I'm
Oh.
surrounded by is fear.
And
Oh.
dead men.
Clearly, whoever these guys are have malicious intention. I would like you guys.
Say
Roll
it.
Wait,
initiative.
just
Yeah.
What's up?
Although I will say,
I
I only
just wanna
have like
look up-
20 minutes left as an FYI.
and I'm
Okay,
gonna
okay.
say, so one of you can tell us where Aladdin is then. Now we'll roll initiative.
I'll let them get back to that in a moment during initiative.
Yeah.
I was not clicked on my token. No.
Yikes!
Click on that coochie. I mean, what?
I can't click on my token.
I cannot.
I can't click
either.
my token either.
Are the tokens on
you
the
know what?
map? Like
Give me one
map
sec.
layer?
I just put mine in.
Okay,
So-
yeah. Everyone drop your tokens,
Excuse me.
and then I'll just. Yeah. Yeah. And
Wait,
then-
why the fuck did this nigga put me up front? Yo, Jordan, what's you trying to fucking pack me up, nigga?
Yeah. I am.
He is. Ugh.
Ooh.
I most certainly am.
What?
Hey, Jordan, the spider on the bottom of the screen, the south, quote unquote,
Yeah, what's up?
he looks robotic. Is he robotic, or is that just the token?
He looks cyborg-esque.
Can I have my original initiative roll? Is that possible?
Sure, why not? Ravens was 12.
It was 12. Not that other number.
You're good. Let me
So, a little bit of a rules lawyery question for you.
Well, of course.
If you are a technological object, does that count as an object that's being worn or carried?
I will say creatures are not technological objects. Anything
Oh,
that
you know
bears
what? If I read the card,
construct-
it explains the card.
Hey, he plays magic.
It's okay.
Biological constructs such as androids make the saving throw with advantage.
Okay, there you go.
Wait, really? Let's go. Oh, don't use that on me. I got an advantage.
Okay, let me get.
Question.
plus
By
10 from
chance,
character
could
sheet.
this
What's up?
combat be on Dragon Ball Z next time? Because it
it
is
can.
about to be midnight for me.
No,
I'm
yeah, you're good. It
really
is getting pretty
tired.
close to midnight Eastern.
I do
we
want
have
to do
been
the
playing for a
combat. I
hot minute.
just, you know.
No, you're good. Yeah, totally. We can pick this up next time.
Yeah, our combats can be volatile in length.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
next
say
is-
I don't want to start a combat like right before midnight, bro. It's like it's too much for me right now.
No, that works for me.
That's
I
okay.
will also go the fuck to bed.
I respect
Well,
my fellow players' sleeping.
Welcome back,
Positive.
guys.
I know
hope
I will
everybody had
fuck up
fun.
and do something to die.
I hope everybody had a good time kind of getting back into the swing of things.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I got gears ticking. I'm probably gonna DM you some stuff, Jordan.
Okie dokie. I'm
Oh,
sure.
more.
I've had 5 months to stew on things, so anyone who else has, I cannot blame them. Once again, I profusely apologize for keeping you waiting this long.
No,
I
no, no.
grossly
No,
No,
don't you do
no.
that.
so
No.
long.
Don't do
Shut
that.
the fuck up.
Yeah. That's
God, on
I mean, yeah,
Focus,
not
man.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. I'm just glad that we're back, and that is all that
Right.
matters.
Like
Yeah,
we never
Uh,
left.
Us again.
It's like we never left. But yeah, no. Everyone get their rest, and then in real life, and then yeah, next time. Next Sunday I will be in Vegas for Evo, so I will
Same.
not be available. So
Well, we're doing it every 2 weeks, right?
is this every week? Okay, I didn't. I didn't
I mean,
know that.
it's
Also,
okay.
for-
So
I know. Oh, I'll tell you in a second.
it's
when
gonna
you
be
come in.
whenever like people are available, guys. I planned on it like being weekly conditional. Like I know we're a busy bunch, so like obviously if there's a week that we can't do it, I'm not gonna fucking kill myself. But you know, like in the future, like if we want to do it 2 weeks back to back, then we can. Or if we need to take a break week because like half of the people are gonna be busy, then we can. You know, yada yada. General best case scenario, like obviously I'm not saying like don't have a life, but I am saying like if you don't have anything else to do on your Sunday night, we're probably doing this.
Yeah,
again,
and
we'll
I
play
mean,
again
just
next
think
Sunday.
in 2 weeks, Saturday we play Enoch Session 1, and then we play Twilight
True.
Imperium.
Oh yeah. Also, Forrest, we got to sit down and talk about my character. I
I'm
need
definitely ready.
I need to talk to you.
I'm very excited. Don't think
Yes,
I ever
yes.
forgot for a second about Enoch.
Yeah. Jordan, once again, thank you for giving us your time. I'm
Yes.
so glad that we can come
Thank
back to Twilight and
I'm glad to
continue
have
where
you
we
guys
left
back.
off.
I'm grateful
Yippee.
that 5 months later, it's we're still here.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we
I'm
love
Also,
it.
feverish about
Jordan,
this
what we
game.
discussed,